Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, a podcast that won't quit on you, even though my childhood hero did. A podcast that you can see every Tuesday and Friday. Sancho, I still refuse to believe that CENA tapped out. I believe Gunther was tickling him, and CENA smiled and went, "No, stop it." And then the ref thought it was a tap out. I'm not completely convinced that he tapped out and gave up. The guy that never gives up, giving up? What? But Santi, it's poetic. What shitty poem is that? Hello, Sancho.
Well, oh, hey, at least LA Knight looks good. You know, he tapped out the same move. You know what? I knew it was over. I knew it was over when he started doing these. I was like, oh,
that's that's his coup de grace, huh? That's the nail in the coffin. That seems to be the case with pretty much everybody.
It's over now, but for real though, dude, it's an interesting topic that I can't wait to dive into, and I'm very, very fascinated to take it apart because it is going to be a thing that will forever be in the milestone of wrestling. It's like a big, what is it? What do they call it in MCU? Those moments?
Oh, that's that's an anchor being moment kind of deal.
No, what's another word for it?
I'm not really sure.
Canon event.
Oh, that is canon event. It is a canon event, dude. Okay, can I point out how unlucky I am? How
sure.
I shouldn't go to any John Cena related shows. Not that I can anymore moving forward, but all the 3 shows that I went to that had John Cena, I didn't get a vintage Cena performance. I go to Elimination Chamber, dude turns heel. I go to Survivor Series, dude loses his IC title. I go to Saturday night's main event, dude taps out. It's my fault, Sancho. I think I'm somehow carrying this miasma around me, and I'm seeing all the least John Cena things with my own very eyes.
It is, like I said, man, like I could pick this thing apart like nobody's business, but I wanted to Saturday night's main event. wait, hey, let me finish my statement. I went to Saturday night's main event with what Triple H said, like, we're telling a story, let us tell a story and let's see how it goes type of vibe. And I would say, I don't know if you watched the broadcast yet, but there is probably 2 sides of it to being there and to actually watching on television. But damn, dog. That's a lot of coin to spend on someone seen lose like that. That's a lot of coin, brother.
Well, hang on to all of those thoughts. We'll get to all of that. We're going to be talking about John Cena's retirement and so much more on this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, which is available every Tuesday over on patreon.com/SantiZab. That is 3 days earlier than everywhere else on the planet. So go check it out. Alternatively, of course, you can wait for it to appear on free feeds on Fridays on YouTube. But if you go to the Patreon, you get it early. Then you get the Raw reviews, the SmackDown reviews, the PLE reviews. Sancho covered the Saturday night's main event review, so huge shout out to him. I'll be doing a full watch along of Saturday night's main event, which will be also available picture in picture exclusively over on patreon.com. I just finished and did a whole speed run of the John Cena World Championship series, which is officially done, which is me ranking and watching every single John Cena World Championship win and World Championship loss. Sancho is in the middle of the Ryback in review. There's already finished series like Sancho watching and ranking all the Royal Rumbles of all time, and me watching and ranking all of the Undertaker WrestleMania matches. I'm done the John Cena one, so now it means I have to come up with a new series. So we'll talk about it on Patreon to see what I do next. But Sancho, let's get to it. John Cena versus Gunther, Saturday night's main event. Before we get to that, right, the big kahuna,
the main entree,
dish.
the big dish.
The main delicious course, a not so succulent Chinese meal, depending on who you ask. I want to gauge your thoughts on the night. Did it succeed from the perspective of everything that happened pre-John Cena? Did it highlight NXT well enough for you? And I want to get your perspective specifically because I watch NXT every single week. So I know what to expect out of these people. You are less so like in the buzz with NXT. I know you follow it from time to time. You'll watch some clips, an episode here or there, but you're not in the trenches like an NXT nerd might be. So you getting to see Javon and Leon and Sol Ruka and Oba, tell me, did you come out feeling like their stock was elevated because of this event?
I thought Oba's stock elevated. So Ruka definitely solidified what I've been saying forever on the Wrestling School podcast. She's main roster ready. I did keep up with Leon Slater for a little bit, especially with the TNA big invasion that they had. What did they change that name to? Then they changed it to some Battleground, or they said something weird. The TNA NXT show, they changed it to, it used to be Invasion, but they changed it to something more.
They changed it to
Showdown or something.
Showdown. You got it. Showdown. It was Showdown.
Yeah. So I keep it with the Leon Slater in that aspect, and then of course when you get down to the John Cena thing. But I thought it did really, really well. My biggest criticism is always the criticism that I will have for the WWE for a long, long time. If it's not a big four PLE, they always make safe choices, and I'd rather see clean choices like Oba versus Cody. I love that Cody was selling for Oba and it made him feel like a potential Thanos threat. It felt real, it felt visceral, and it felt like Oba could be that guy. That could be that next Brock Lesnar type of dude. That's someone that's going to be a hard out, essentially, right? Someone that could build up a babyface like a Cody Rhodes. And even though both were working faces, I was like, damn, Cody's selling his ass off, right? And he was making sure that he made Oba look unstoppable. Enjoyed that. I felt very bad, sympathetic for Bayley, because I was like, man, it hit me right when the bell rang. I was like, Bayley's here to do the job, man. Like, you really felt that. But they did a great job showcasing everything that Sol Ruka could do. And let me know, like I said, like, she's ready. She's definitely ready for SmackDown. She could definitely do all the things that she can do on that main roster. And interesting enough that the way she beat Bayley was interesting, with the combination pin counter. That's like Bayley's bag, right? Interesting about that. But then when we got to AJ and Dragon and then the Leon and Javon, I was like, damn, this match was 6 minutes, dude. Crazy, dude.
Criminal.
That's like criminal. And I really feel like you could feel like the match kept going faster because they were short for time. And they were like, we're not cutting nothing from this. We're going to do everything. And this showed me that Javon and Leon Slater are definitely the future. Leon Slater is primed for the WWE. They're probably salivating, waiting for the contract to be up. And they're anxious to sign him because everything that he did was not only just the moveset, but the professionalism of covering up for AJ Styles for slipping on the rope. I thought was perfect. I was like, wow, this guy has his head on his shoulders.
Very smart.
Kind of like when Logan, even though Logan was in the wrong spot, he caught Rey Mysterio. I was like, oh, okay, Rey Mysterio. All right, Logan has a little up to him. But other than that, I thought the night captured that moment. Like, oh, we're in for a big Goosebumps event. And I enjoyed the little stops and the pauses for John Cena's little retirement. Did you get to see all the packages in the arena?
Yeah. They did show them. Yeah.
I thought that was very cool.
They don't land as hard watching in the arena.
Oh, for sure. Because because it's all echoey and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I did enjoy, like, when Cody came out and y'all killed it. Washington, D.C. was amazing out there. And then when that whoa hit, I was like, okay, we're in for a special night.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I've been to plenty of wrestling shows. That's maybe the most enjoyable crowd I've been a part of. The most unique crowd I've been a part of. Because it was loud. They knew the host for Oba. That was pretty cool, right? They made noise for everybody, with the exception of like Leon Slater's entrance. That I don't even blame the crowd. Like, how do you can't expect them to know the guy that's from at TNA that's been appearing in NXT that's for the first time appearing on the main roster. I don't even blame them.
They should have put them together.
I agree. I think they should have came out together, but Leon won over the crowd with his in-ring work. So huge kudos there. You want to know why I love this crowd? Why I love being a part of it?
You better love it. You spent so much money. Everyone spent so much money.
It was the first time I've ever been part of a hostile crowd. You guys will see in my vlog. You guys will see part in my vlog. I didn't join in.
Crowd.
Yeah, I didn't join in on any of the like FU Hunter chants or UF Tub chants. That's just not my vibe.
Crowd, Revolution,
Yeah, that's not my vibe. But it was cool to be like in it, right? Like, whoa, I've never been part of
Did
a
you
crowd
feel
that
it?
hates this. Oh, I felt
Felt
it.
it?
I felt it, man. It was neat. It was different. You know, you can have all your opinions about like whether or not, you know, it was inappropriate what the crowd did, and we'll dive more into it. But I'll tell you, it was a unique experience to be part of a crowd that was so bitterly disappointed and angry and letting the world know how angry they were. I've never been part of that. So because of all of that, plus all of the excitement and how hyped people were for the matches and for John Cena, that's the most enjoyable crowd experience that I've had going into the show live. Now, for me, I'll tell you this, like as somebody that watches NXT emphatically, I thought that they were fantastic. They did a great job at showcasing NXT. I still feel like we got nerfed versions of the NXT talent, maybe with the exception of Sol Ruka. Oba Femi didn't even get to do like half of his moveset. There's still so much more to Oba Femi that they didn't unpack and unwind in that match. And of course, you've already talked about it. Leon Slater and Javon only getting 6.5 minutes. They put in enough action where it felt like a 15-minute match. But imagine if they actually did get 15 minutes, what that match could have been. In my review, I actually said that was the most disappointing match of the entire night, not because it wasn't good, because it was so good, but because it wasn't given the runway to be match of the year like it could have been based on the talent that was in there. I felt like they were robbed of their opportunity to steal the year with a late match of the year contender.
Question. It's interesting you talked about being in that hostile crowd. What was the difference between being part of that crowd and Chambers seeing the first heel turn of John Cena's career?
I think in the Chamber crowd, it was a shock and awe, but no one hated it. It was like, it was just like this wave of people realizing the huge historic moment that they were seeing, and like you could hear the boos, you can hear people cheering, you could hear like the divide within the crowd, but unanimously there was this shock and awe feel to it. This was different. This was, we hate what we saw, and we're letting the world know what we saw. We aren't shocked by it. We went through the shock of seeing Cena tap, but now that we're over the shock, now the crowd's going to tell you exactly that they hate everything about what they saw. So they were very different crowd environments, and I preferred the hostile environment to be a part of and just to get that experience because I'd never gotten it before.
I'm trying to think of a time if I've ever been a part of a hostile wrestling experience. Maybe not on the WWE level.
Like,
Because
I'm sure you've been part of a hostile sports crowd, you know, like booing your team, they're doing really bad, whatever. That's different, though. That's different.
That's different. Yeah. But I'm talking about like if I was a part of a hostile show, I'd be part of a house show. But this is going to be the debate, I think, going forward, looking back at this match, is like what kind of vibe were they trying to capture? What kind of aesthetic that they were trying to capture? Because if you were going to talk to me and go, this is old school wrestling, I would go, I agree. This was old school wrestling. This is the kind of reaction that the 70s and 80s or 60s, 70s, 80s would pine for. You would want this hostility where Gunther could just walk outside the streets and getting booed and getting like, I'm surprised no one threw trash. Like I thought that's what we were going to get hit with. Or the modern day approach of pro wrestling, the Sting way out, you know, the jubilation, the celebration. That's where I think it's going to be quite interesting to dissect once we get into the throes of it. But going back to Saturday's main event, it felt good. I felt like it was a good case about it. Did I like Oba Femi and Cody inning in a DQ? No. You know, I thought they had a great out when Cody busted his eardrum. I was like, oh, okay, great. Have it be his equilibrium was off and Oba Femi was able to take advantage. Like there's a reason why it's an exhibition, dude. There's no like, I'm not gonna say, oh, Cody's so weak because Oba beat him, or Oba's so weak because Cody beat him. I want to just have a clear, definitive thing. Now, if it does lead to Drew McIntyre versus Oba Femi, great. I said in the review though, Santi, I was like, I wish that Drew McIntyre didn't look like a punk. Like he's countless times Drew loves to get pushed and he falls around his ass. I'm like, dude, Drew, what's the difference of you standing up to Oba? Be like, yeah, I did that. What are you gonna do about it? And then just have a stare down and then walk out of the ring. Make Drew look like $1 million too, right? Why make the heel get tagged up on like it's a house show? And you have stocks in Drew McIntyre. Why diminish them for just a DQ on Saturday's main event to protect Oba and Cody. And I said this in review. When they put that finish together, Santi, I was like, everybody lost in that match. Everybody, every single one of them, because it just sullied the entire ride that I was on for a second.
Yeah, and it was a fun ride, and I predicted it a mile away when they were talking about Drew McIntyre not returning anybody's calls. Even Oba on the SmackDown before Friday Night SmackDown talked about Drew McIntyre. I'm
Great
like, okay,
promo from Oba.
Yeah, wonderful promo. Like, he stood tall in there, and he looked like he belonged.
Very nice Cody Rhodes, though.
Yes.
Cody just playing the nice guy in that one.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go after him.
Didn't really go at Oba. Allowed Oba to have his moment, so I did appreciate that. But the fact that they both talked about Drew McIntyre, I'm like, okay. I mean, they're setting it up that Drew McIntyre is going to get involved here. I was pretty bummed out with that finish, but I'm also like not surprised about the finish. It's kind of what I expected out of WWE. It's kind of what I expected out of a match of this caliber at a Saturday night's main event. You know, you mentioned how that was a very house showy finish. Isn't the number one complaint about Saturday night's main event that it feels like a house show? So it just kind of perpetuates the constant complaints that we have that are justified, that sometimes this show, which is really weird because sometimes they deliver, like, as we call it, canon events, like Bronson Reed joining the Vision, and then sometimes they're just too afraid to deliver a canon event, and they're just like, disqualification, forget about it. Hey, this match basically didn't happen. Hey,
was Obafemi is like massive? Like, is he
horrifying?
massive, dude?
He's a horrifying human being. I was lucky enough to be in the fourth row, so I was able to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you see me, Dr. Octopussing out there?
Of course.
I thanks to the new iPhone feature, I don't have to be pussing as much because you can do a dual cam mode on the new iPhone. Yeah. It's sick. It's dope. So I don't have to be octopussing as much.
You didn't see the X post I made of you, where I'm going back and forth to your picture and my picture?
No. I think. Oh, maybe I might have missed it. Yeah, I might have missed it.
I know I'm not on your feed. I'm not on. You don't. Me, I always look at your, like, what's going on in Santi's world, because I care about you. You know what's been happening in my world. I kept my mouth shut. I understand. All right.
You got posted by Kim Kardashian.
That's right. I got posted by Kim Kardashian on the stories, brother. That's right. And you know what happened? Do you know what else would happen, sir?
Why? Cody Rhodes followed you. I see. I do follow. Right. Yeah, I do know. Rhodes
followed me on X, baby. Oh, that's right. Now I have to be nice and not talk mean about Cody.
Well, I'll be honest. I really don't pay attention to X. X is the most toxic, volatile place when it comes to wrestling. And oh my goodness, was it ever this week with everybody being divided regarding the John Cena tap out and people's opinion on it. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, folks, John Cena, the greatest of all time, my GOAT, sold me a bill of lies. You see this?
How much was all that?
It says never give up. It says, Santi, keep pushing forward, hustle, loyalty, and respect. I wore this proudly, and all I was sold was a lie. John Cena quit, folks. How much was all of this?
How much was your bill of lies? Come on, break it down.
I think these were like $15. The shirt was about 35. 40, I think it was like 35, 40.
Hat was like 45, 40.
Yeah. I think the hat's about 30.
You got the jorts?
I didn't get the jorts.
Because you already have them.
I did get the belt. I got the Washington Last Time Is Now belt. And that was $800. So, yeah, it was steep. It was steep, but I know I have belts back here, but it's not like I'm somebody that goes to every show and buys a belt. These are the belts I was going to have for the next like 5 years in the background. Nothing was ever going to change in it. I didn't even buy the Toronto one. I wanted this one, the last one. So I got it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Santi, what would you want to do? I know you made a video about this. How would you like to break down this barrel of monkeys?
Why don't we just talk about what we thought of it? I'll go first. You tell me what you thought of it. I'll tell you
the floor.
Yeah, I'll talk about it like from the perspective of somebody that was there in the arena, outside the arena, feeling the buzz of Washington DC.
John Cena fan.
The mega super John Cena fan. I'll tell you this right now, man. The atmosphere in the arena before the show, before the John Cena match, the atmosphere outside of the arena, because they were having events dedicated to John Cena there. It was a party. Everyone there, you could tell, was collectively there to celebrate John Cena and to celebrate the career of John Cena. I think that's a fair statement to make about the crowd in attendance. With John Cena tapping out, super shocking, obviously. And by the way, I want to preface by saying I thought the match was really solid. I actually ranked it really high in my John Cena retirement tour matches videos that I made. I believe I ranked it 4th or 5th. It was a really, really solid match. One of the better matches of John Cena's career, period, because he's had some absolute heaters in this retirement tour. So I have no problem with the actual match itself. I think Crossroads, no pun intended, the fork on the road is that there were only 2 finishes that made sense. Only two. John Cena gives up, or John Cena goes Super Cena and wins. That's it. With what they set up, because people are like, oh, it would have just been better if he passed out. No, that's not the win condition that was set up for Gunther. What was yours? Oh, the spam finishers?
No. Where he tries to tap him out. John Cena doesn't tap out. Gunther gets pissed, spams finishers, then pins him.
Doesn't work.
He wins. But he does.
That's the thing. He wins, but he doesn't. Yeah. But
right.
That's the thing. He's the one that's there the next week. So you're gonna give him a half measure win. Sure. You set out the win condition for Gunther,
which
is
on a field goal.
Yeah, that's not good. They set the win condition for Gunther. Make Cena tap out. That's the only way that Gunther was winning. The other scenario was John Cena pulling out a Super Cena. That environment, like I said, was this party environment, which is why I thought they might go the Sting route and go with allowing the fans to celebrate John Cena's career by seeing one last vintage Marvel superhero-like performance from John Cena. Having John Cena tap out, as somebody that was there, turned the party atmosphere and the celebration of John Cena's career into a funeral. Into mourning John Cena's career and mourning what John Cena stood for 20 plus years with hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up. Because we saw more than just the end of John Cena. Whether you want to interpret it in a certain way, him giving up is the end of a lot of what he preached in those 20 years, the never give up, hustle, loyalty, respect. So it felt, once that bell rung and we're hearing Gunther's ominous theme, that we were at a funeral, that we were mourning Cena as opposed to getting to celebrate Cena. And I didn't love that. I really didn't love that feeling, right? And
you weren't ready for that.
I was not ready for it. And
you didn't feel that was going to happen. It surprised you.
It did catch me off guard, but I'll tell you this, and it's the reason why I ranked it as highly as I did, because a lot of people thought I was going to put it at the bottom because I said, I hate this match. I hate what it made me feel. It made me angry, upset, boo, boo. But I'm speaking from the perspective of somebody that was made to feel something. It made me feel. You know how dead inside I am about a lot of wrestling? I can be very formulaic about things. Sometimes it's just like, I'm just here to get to the end of the bell. This match made me feel all kinds of emotions. It made me feel every polar opposite extreme: happy, jubilee, bliss, euphoria, sadness, anger, depression. It took me on both sides of the spectrum. I can't tell you a match that ever has been able to do that. And that I have to give it credit for. That doesn't mean I have to love the result or even agree with it, but I can at the very least take a step back and recognize that, holy shit, what they did, what they were able to elicit out of me in that crowd, that's something special. That really is something special. But I think that's the reason why so many people reacted as visceral and as angry as they did. If you were there, I think you'd understand. Seeing the party and the celebration that was there being snuffed out and then turned on its head and turned into a mourning session, into mourning Cena fans.
For me, when it came down to watching it, as you're the first time watching this podcast, I didn't watch John Cena a lot. I lapsed John Cena, just missed his entire run, essentially. So most of the time I've watched John Cena was either doing our reviews that we have on our Patreon or with you in our match clubs. And just now during his later runs, basically in twilight of his career, like literally the John Cena that I've been seeing was against Solo Sikoa, Austin Theory. Like those are the John Cena's that I began. Yeah. Who can forget that? It's funny because it's like this is not the first time John Cena has been obliterated, right? In recent modern times, because the thumbing of Solo Sikoa
was up there.
On paper is the equivalent of this, right? If John Cena did not, if this wasn't his John Cena's last match, and if you would flip Solo Sikoa thumbing him as his last match, you'd be equally just as pissed that he got thumbed to death type of vibe. So it is interesting to me, like when you're listening to fans about it, and I'm the kind of guy, and I think you said this before, like you have every right to have whatever feeling you have. It's wrestling, baby. It's supposed to be opinionated. It's supposed to be interpreted through your eyes, through your memories, through your experiences, through your history with wrestling. Because the only thing that I was pining for the most, and I think it's like I didn't get it, and that kind of because I wasn't there, was I wanted that Ric Flair moment, man. That emotion behind it, that sweatiness, like the blood, the sweat, the tears, that feeling of I'm holding on to my last dying breath to fight you. And like I didn't get there, you know what I mean? That feeling of Hogan and versus Rock, where Hogan's sitting there and then he just all of a sudden hulks up. You're like, oh, here we go, baby. Like I didn't get that moment, you know what I mean? I didn't hit that high that I was wanting from this dramatic match that I was hoping that we would get to, because going into this match, of course, I've always saying, like, immediately when the bell rang versus Gunther Cena, I was like, yeah, LA Knight should not have been here. Like,
yeah.
I sat there, I was like, yeah, man, LA Knight versus Cena would have never hit at all, right? Like, no freaking way. It just made me laugh just thinking about it. Like, yeah, LA Knight's music hit. Does it have the same kind of ominous presence? No, it doesn't. This was the right choice at the end of the day. I like to admit that and have fun with that. But when I was sitting there and I was watching this whole thing, it was like, this is Gunther 101. CM Punk, Gunther went down the same path, brother. But the last time CM Punk was able to, beat Gunther there. So I'm watching this entire ride and I'm sitting there like, all right, we know what we're going to get, but how are they going to pull out the drama out? And I don't know if they did that so much, because truth be told, Santi, the sleeper hold is kind of boring. Like it really is boring. Like it is a boring
was like
hold.
8 minutes of it.
Right. And also the WWE didn't do a great service of the sleeper hold, because we've seen so many people go through this trial and tribulation of it, right? Jey Uso, LA Knight, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, right? Yeah. People that have been, even Pat McAfee, right? People grueling going through this. Like, hell, it even feels like Pat McAfee held on longer, right? And Pat McAfee, as a commentator, should have never been in that hold that long. So it's like, it felt like a very weak move going into this match for me. And add on top of that, Jey Uso using it to tap out Gunther, and you're like, meh.
This is part of the problem, right? The problem was that to really buy into this, Sancho, and how it went down, you kind of had to treat this like a full retcon of Gunther's main roster career. You had to kind of ignore the fact that he got tapped out by Jey Uso. You kind of have to ignore the fact that he got taken to the limits by Pat McAfee. Even you kind of have to ignore that he lost to CM Punk. It's like almost like he lost the Intercontinental Championship and boom, where we move and fast forward to this Gunther. It's like we got back to the Gunther of old, the Intercontinental Champion.
That's what the music. I think the music signal that.
I agree.
That was happening.
I agree. Yeah. I think to really get the most out of this, you almost had to try and ignore all of the things that WWE kind of did to damage Gunther going into this. If you can put that aside, then I think it hits a lot harder. I think for me, one of the most interesting talking points about all of this is the interpretation, right? At the end of the day, this is entertainment. It's art, whether you want to believe that wrestling is a high level of art, that's a different conversation, but it is art. It is what it is.
It's carny art. Yeah, sure.
It's an art, and an art can be interpreted in so many different ways. When people are like, oh, he smiled when he tapped out. So people are like trying to decipher what that means. For me, a tap out's a tap out, brother. Smiling, shitting yourself, crying, tap out's a tap out. That's maybe I'm a little bit old school in that. Tap out's a tap out. But then there's people that are like, oh no, the smile signifies this. It signifies that. It means that
you want to hear mine?
Let's hear yours. Let's hear yours, because I've heard them all at this point. That it means that John Cena was happy to let go. That John Cena was the funniest one I heard. John Cena was proud of Gunther for never giving up on his sleeper hold. I've heard it all. I've heard all kinds of interpretation.
My like, I broke down the entire thing in the review on Patreon, but I did see it as somebody who was carrying the company for such a long time and realizing that the door's open, right? The light's here. It's time to accept the end type of vibe. The Qui-Gon Jinn, the Obi-Wan. It's time to go. It's time to release that burden of feeling like the WWE is not going to be okay type of vibe. As someone who's been carrying the company for such a long time, that it's been his entire life, it's like it's time to go to the next chapter, John. Your time is up and their time is now type of vibe. And I believe entirely, and I find it hard that people don't understand this, that John Cena probably had a say in how he wanted to go.
Almost certainly.
And this is the choice he went. And I think the WWE often gets its hand in the cookie jar of making things cinematic. And I think that's where it gets caught sometimes. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you my thought on the smile and the tap out.
Sure.
It felt too performative for me.
Right, it's cinematic, right? Like
that's as soon as you said cinematic, I'm like, now I know the word that's been kind of like at the tip of my tongue, like why that smile and the tap out I didn't love. But what I want to talk about, like the interpretation of things, is like no one's right. You don't know. It's just the problem.
John's never going to tell you, dude.
Never going to tell you. He will never tell you. We learned on Chris Van Vliet, he won't say shit. He will never tell you. He will never give you the explanation of what it meant. But you know what's so annoying and toxic about wrestling fans? Everyone is providing their opinion as if they're correct.
It's gospel. Yeah, it's
gospel. They are the only one that's figured it out. Like they're the one with the all-seeing third eye. So when I say I didn't like it, I didn't like that the guy that never gives up gave up. Who is Santi? You don't understand how poetic this is. I'm like, I don't fucking care what you think. It doesn't change how I feel. And like people just don't seem to grasp that my feelings are gonna be different than yours. And when you or somebody says, I think it was awesome that Cena tapped out, it made Gunther look great, or I hate Cena, I'm glad he finally gave up, I'm not going, how dare. Okay, that's fair. That's your opinion. I think that's a great way to interpret it. But we're all going to interpret it in a different way, and no one is correct. Unless John Cena comes out, and like Sancho said, he never will. We'll never know what the smile and what the tap out signified. So stop going online and acting like you are somehow this higher being that knows better than everyone else. Anyone that has a feeling, an opinion on this, all of them are justified. Every single one of the feelings going around is justified. No one is correct.
One criticism I do have about it, though, is they did kill hustle, loyalty, respect in a way where, and never give up, right? They killed that entity. And I was hoping that it could be like a Spider-Man type of vibe, that another wrestler could carry the mantle. I think if you would have had like a younger superstar, like a face beating John Cena, they could carry that hustle.
You want a Miles Morales.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like anybody could embody hustle, loyalty, respect, because Santi, if you really do think about it, he has a Legends deal for 5 years. That's what he said, right? He can't go to another dude and tell him, hey, man, you just got to hustle, loyalty, and respect the whole thing, because it doesn't hit as hard, because he didn't. He did give up at the very end, right? Type of vibe, right? They kind of threw that out the window, and a lot of people are interpreting the tap out as if he didn't give up. It's in the forever locked in the record, but submission.
Tap out's a tap out.
Submitted by Gunther. That's a tap out.
That's how I see it. Tap out's a tap out. You can interpret the smile all you want, and there's absolutely meaning and nuance to all of it, but a tap out's a tap out. You talk about the death of hustle, loyalty, respect, and you interpreting it that way. Once there was a time when there was the death of eat your vitamins, say your prayers, Hulk Hogan. But he got his redemption arc, getting to come back to the WWE, bring the colors back,
NWO, from NWO to colors,
right after the Rock Hogan match, and he got his moment to come back. Cena will never get that. Like, that's the thing. He like can they can they genuinely sell a piece of merch that says "Never Give Up" from Cena now, like without it being like ironic in some capacity?
I don't know. I can't. It's like I have to just sit here and be like, I can't change your mind.
No,
like I can't change.
Yeah,
I don't. Right. I don't want to, because I know it's like this is what you feel, and this is what you're gonna walk away with. You're gonna tell your kids about this moment. You're gonna tell your kids.
You see that guy, kids? That guy's a big fat phony. He's a phony.
But you have to like look at it like across the board. You know, it was interesting seeing what Jeff Jarrett said. Like, Jeff Jarrett didn't like the ending as well, because he said the whole. And I'm just going to summarize it. That basically he said that the whole idea of putting someone over on the way out is so old school. It's territory stuff, because when the other person goes out, it's because they're going to different territory, and you want to make sure that they end on the loss. So anyway,
it's very traditional for sure.
Very traditional. And he said, like, at this, they had an opportunity to not do the traditional because it's modern day wrestling. Everybody paid so much money, and you want to be able to, you know, justify the price, leave them go home happy. And at the same time, the Gunther didn't get the heat. It was Triple H that got all the heat, and it's called, quote unquote, he called it ref heat, and ref heat doesn't make money. I will say this though. The ending itself, the post, was probably the weirdest part for me watching at home.
Yeah.
Because it was clear as day. I don't know if you felt it, but it was clear as day to me that John Cena did not want to linger too long. He did not want to. He wanted to just to bow out and leave. Like, he wanted to say, I'm done here. Thank you so much. Leave his boots, leaves his shoes, and walk out. But the WWE had to say goodbye to him too, right? The wrestlers came out. You had Cody and CM Punk put the belts on him like they did to
It felt like they were parading his corpse.
Right. And he didn't want that. And he was sitting there like, this is not, you could hear him say, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. And they're like, do it, do the yes. And he reluctantly did it. He reluctantly watched the video, the tribute video, which I don't know for you, but it didn't hit hard for me at all, because you could just tell like this part of the plan was not his plan. This part of the plan was performative. And I know I'm just a guy on the couch. I'm just reading from what I saw, because retirements feel completely different from normal. I think he would rather go out like Taker. Like Taker did. He like all of a sudden put his boots down. I was like, oh my God, he put his boots down and he just walked out of the ring. We're like, damn.
Yeah, but then Taker came back and he beat AJ Styles in the Boneyard match.
Hey, COVID, man.
We need a hustle, loyalty, respect match is what we need. A cinematic hustle, loyalty, respect match.
We did. But I think like if I think that's the part where the WWE wanted to do the parading around and things of that sort. And then on top of that, no speech, right? That's just what John Cena wanted, right? That's like at the end of the day, if like the dude doesn't want to give a speech, the dude doesn't want to give it. Does it suck? Absolutely. Did he owe us a speech? Mehaps, me lord. Mehaps he probably owes a speech. I guess the word is, were we entitled to a speech? Maybe. But did we deserve a speech? That's up to him. I don't know. I know. I felt weird.
I'm scared. Had he won, take care, man. Have a good one. Thank you for everything. Get out of here. But he lost and tapped out. I needed fucking closure, dude. I needed closure for it, you know?
He left like Frosty the Snowman, dude. Just melted.
He melted, bro. Like, it was like, if I got the, like, I'm so sorry, I tried so hard.
Goldberg gave you that speech?
Yeah. I maybe even, like, put over Gunther a little bit. Like, he's just such a Terminator. He's such a menace, blah, 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 blah. Closure.
Didn't The Rock give a speech, too? Remember when The Rock told Lesnar, he's like, that guy's a big guy.
Yeah.
And then he left to Hollywood. But he was like, yeah. He was like, man, that guy's crazy.
But you're right.
Yeah, dude,
you bring up the point of like what Cena wanted. And I am coming from it from a perspective of a selfish fan. And I recognize it. I've been talking about what I want, what the crowd wants. I'll never know what Cena wants. But I do, at the very least, have enough brains to at least connect the dots that I think this is what he wanted and that's how he wanted to go out. And the performative smile was probably all his idea, all that stuff, right? This is how he wanted to go out. I'm just simply making the case that it wasn't a great way to go out on that night. Let's talk about what happened there after the match with people going ballistic, chanting "UF'd up," booing the as you called it, like the performative parading of John Cena, booing Triple H, "F you Hunter." You guys will see in my vlog, I didn't join in on any of the "F you Hunter" stuff or any of like the really like profane stuff, but it was cool, kind of like hearing it and being around it. It was different. It was new. I think a huge bummer about this is that even though I am a firm believer in, which is why, as frustrating as the yeets and the run it back are, I get it. If you are a fan in the arena, you can chant whatever you want. If that's what the emotions elicit out of you, so be it. So be it, brother. You paid for that ticket. And the crowd that night decided that they wanted to boo Triple H. And
I mean, $500 for the cheapest seat, dude. Might as well.
And listen, the people online, I don't blame you because I'm that person online when I'm not there in person, have criticized the crowd. But you have to remember, no one went into that show wanting to boo the end of the show. No one went into that show wanting to chant "F you Hunter." This what the crowd got is what elicited that response. So you can blame the crowd what you want, but at the end of the day, that reaction only existed because of what WWE provided that crowd in attendance. I hate that the narrative post-show and after all of that was about Triple H. I hated that. Yeah. I did not like that.
I think the best take that I've seen in it, and I kind of started to grow on it as well, is that this is the WWE in the Unreal era where it's educating its fans behind the curtain. There's things that are people make choices, right? It is a produced show. And the people were booing the fact that they did not like the result that it was produced. This is why we opened Pandora's box with the WWE Unreal documentary.
I agree.
Kayfabe is always sacred for this reason and reason only. And the only reason why you would want creative to get booed is if there were a character on screen like Mr. McMahon and the Authority in the corporation. All those people became on-screen characters that you could boo for the creative booking that occurred. A babyface got screwed, you could boo them because they're right there on the screen. They're responsible for it, right? We don't know who the writers were or the producers. I mean, heck, in the Attitude Era, I didn't even know a producer existed back in the day. I didn't know writers didn't even exist during those times either. They came later in the PG era. But this is the Unreal effect that we have here, because in reality, if you were just to erase Doctor Strange style, erase everybody's memory of kayfabe and make it like put it back together again, you would go, damn, man, that Gunther, I hate that guy. You would hate Gunther. Yeah. Like, he made my hero tapped out and he's strong. And I feel sad that Cena's out, but this is Gunther's fault. And you would draw all your anger towards him, and he would have never leave that arena. He would have had trash thrown at him as he's leaving, and he would have stayed there, and then like he would have been able to embrace and all this kind of stuff. But because it's a show, because it's produced, he had to leave the ring. He got out of the ring fast, and then out came like Cena had a moment for like a split second. They started to chant, "Thank you, Cena." And then out came Hunter. I'm like, why are you coming out now? Like, this is the worst time for you to come out. Comes out, and immediately the crowd goes from "Thank you, Cena" to directly all boos.
That's such a great point. That's such a great point that you're making. There was no hostility to Cena's loss in the moment of Cena like being by himself in the ring.
Right. He was by himself sitting down.
It really was the performative aspect of WWE removing the curtains for a second and allowing the non-character players in what we just saw come out, the Triple H's. I think it would have been fine with the champions coming out and saying goodbye or whatever, but seeing like the producers, right? The Wizards of Oz, right? Yeah. That's what got people to maybe even like click and be reminded like, oh yeah, one of you decided to do this. And now the heat is there as opposed to the fictional hatred towards Gunther that Gunther as a character earned in that moment. It's not there towards him because we know somebody made this decision we don't want, and that somebody might be there. We're gonna let them know we didn't like about that. Although I agree, like I said, I'm fine with people chanting whatever they want. I didn't love Triple H leaning into it.
Oh, that's the thing. He's still in that pro wrestler mindset. He is in his mind like, any noise, Hey, that's what he's into. And if he gets booed, hey, noise is noise to him, right? That's a good thing. But brother, you have to understand, and this is my criticism for always to Triple H. He sticks his face in every single thing and in every big moment. Is that if you are the one that wants to be in the WrestleMania voiceovers, wants to be in the WrestleMania commercial, sitting there while everyone's at the poker table and you're sitting there too, like why? Why are you there, Triple H? You have to take the criticism too. And then you can't say we listen to the fans and then don't listen to them when they're in your face. Oh, it's all about what these people want. These are the people that paying all these high gate prices. And then they're literally telling you, Hunter, that was ass. And you're like, man, you guys are silly. You can't do that, brother. It's just so weird to me that there is like these two-faced aspect of Triple H. I think he just forgets that he is the COO and he remembers that he's the game.
Yeah, it reminds me of the we want Cross. Well, you guys want Brock?
Yeah.
Well, you got Brock. It's like, dude, why are you leaning into this? This is not... I get it, though, from his perspective. I think it'd be pretty cool to lead into it, though, right?
What other options you have, right? You can't look like you have egg on your face. You have to act like you're rolling with the punches. But like I said, like at the same time, that's where I had my issue with the entire match, the entire segment as a whole. Is it just got into like, all right, Cody, Punk hit the ring, like, dude, there's no time limit. Let me sit here with CENA. Let me see his emotion. Let him feel that emotion. It just felt like it got rushed to the end, and then tribute package, and then he like left like real fast too. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Like that's why if you go back to Taker, the only difference for Taker is it happened overseas, right? It happened overseas, and that feeling of, oh my God, if that happened and at the time overseas, that crowd, I don't think they were at the level that they are now, right? We could admit that the Saudi Arabia crowd is at like at 8 now, 8.5 at where they are. But back then they were like at 3 out of 4.
Yeah, they were at dinner tables.
Yeah, they were at dinner tables and stuff like that. And when you see Roman versus Taker, and Taker puts his boots and everything, and then he walks out, and there's no like at the time, I guess there's no other superstars going out lining up and saying goodbye. It was just him, and that's what it should have been.
Okay,
it should have just been Cena saying goodbye.
I think you're getting your timelines mixed up. The Saudi stuff was the Goldberg match and the Brothers of Destruction. You're talking about WrestleMania 30 something with Roman Reigns. That was stateside. Yes. That was stateside. That was the leaving of the boots. But he came back after the leaving of the boots for some Saudi matches.
And let me be clear. Your boy had a colonoscopy today, okay? All right? I'm all out of sorts, all right?
That's such a funny excuse for anything.
I have no crap in me right now.
I had a colonoscopy. Hey, I'm out here colonoscopying.
Dude, it is the greatest sleep, though, of your life. You feel this warm glow over you when they put you to sleep, like a deep sleep. And you just feel like for the first time, you're like a baby, dude. And you can just feel it coming on, and then you just wake up.
Do you smile and go,
this is me, my colonoscopy. That's how they put me to sleep. That's how they do it now. I don't know if you heard this. Modern technology is so old school these days. You know what I mean? I asked for the old school way, putting me to sleep. But yes, that's what I mean. Like, I think I'm just so flustered, truthfully, that they felt like I bet you the Unreal cameras were rolling, brother. Oh, I bet you they're out there. And I bet you they were rolling, and they had to put all the producers out there too for that Netflix Unreal documentary. And they had to put Cody out there. And I love Cody Rhodes. You know, he follows me now, of course. But I'm sure Cody had to, be out there as well. And they put Cody out there because, Cody could get emotional. And I'm sure the cameras are on Cody getting emotional, right? The current champion looking at the past champion now gone. It's so interesting to me, like how much have the ripple effect of the Netflix documentary Unreal is causing. Like you're going to see it more and more. I think a lot of booking wise is leading to like, oh, this would be great for Unreal. Let's do this. Let's do this weird shenanigan looking thing. Oh, we let go of Ron Killings. Oh, let's bring them back and let's document it and let's put it on the Unreal season 2. Oh, Naomi, like it's going to be interesting, like, cause it's another way for them to make money, man. You said it was art. It's a carny art, baby. Best ways to make money.
And that's in holy did they make money, man. The ticket prices were insane. Hey, Sancho, guess what? I was in the 4th row. I didn't get a chair because for some reason they just decided only first 3. You want to know why?
The first 10? Does the first 10 get a chair typically?
It's no, the first 3 rows got a chair. Normally, normally
Like
at arena shows,
10, right?
normally at arena shows, it's the first 5. At stadium shows, it's like the first 10, yes.
Okay.
Because there's a lot more floor seats.
Yeah.
This time they only did the first 3 rows.
Damn.
And they sold the other chairs separately. Like you could buy the chair on its own. Like, come on, bro. Like we are just nickel and diming everything, every little thing, everywhere you turn. They are just squeezing more and more money out of you. Look, I am very blessed to be in the position that I'm in, that this is my job. And because it's my job, I have sponsors that want me to go to these things to make content for them. But if it was my own dollar, my own dime, holy smokes, brother. Like, they are rinsing people. And it's so sad to see. And it's only going to get worse because it's working, because they're filling out all of these places.
I have a question. If you were a con man, would you wash your hand?
So funny you say that. Con man got really sick. And I didn't. And we hung out around the same people. The only thing I didn't do is touch CENA. So I think John Cena gave Con Man some dirty, disgusting disease. That's my headcanon.
It's like a monkey's paw situation. Like, oh no.
I didn't touch CENA and I'm fine. He touched CENA and he's on his deathbed.
The last person to touch John Cena.
Very cool. What a very him and I were talking in the hotel room afterwards. We were bunking together, and I think
same bed.
Of course, not just kidding. Separate beds. But
what's wrong? What's wrong with the same bed? Like
nothing wrong.
Trains and automobiles.
Nothing
butt
wrong.
To butt?
No, I'll spoon him and he'll go. But yeah, he came to like that realization, like in the hotel room, like, oh shit, I was the last guy to give Cena a 5. I'm like, oh my God, you were. And like, yes, Cena's gonna come back and make appearances and do high fives. Those don't count. Con Man has the last John Cena high five that matters, as far as I'm concerned. Take that, Make-A-Wish kids.
It's not just you saying it. It's Bleacher Report saying it. Sports Illustrated said it.
Lad Bible.
ESPN. Lad Bible.
Yeah, even Lad Bible's in there.
Quick sidebar. I used to work at a company and we used to try to get viral clips, and Lad Bible was like our first biggest competitor. Because if we weren't getting the clip, we weren't getting them in our little registries to syndicate and sell out and pimp out things of that sort, then it was Lad Bible, and we always hated Lad Bible.
Damn Lad Bible. Okay, let's stay in the same course here. Huge bummer that the heat was for Triple H. It had me nervous that they were not going to do a good job of Gunther following this up. That was always one of my concerns. Okay, cool. You can have Gunther beat Cena, Gunther tap out Cena, but I have no faith in WWE's ability to follow up on this in a meaningful way. Yes. I don't have faith that WWE will do what they need to do, which is push Gunther like they pushed Brock Lesnar after he beat the streak, after he did the unthinkable, the impossible. And holy smokes, did they fix all of those problems on Monday Night Raw. That Gunther
Are you afraid
segment,
for AJ?
What? Sorry, what about AJ?
Are you scared for AJ?
Hell yeah, you got to be scared for AJ. If you are from the time of the ruthless aggression era, if your birthday starts with a 198, you should be nervous for Gunther because he's the one on the path to try and retire your ass. But man, that segment to open up Monday Night Raw quelled a lot of my fears. It's just step one to do what they need to do to really capitalize on this.
Okay, but did you get a little scared when Otis and
Yes. Oh my God, dude. I rolled my eyes. I'm like, are you? It was fine, Otis and Tozawa in the back. All right. But then they did it again in commercial. And then Otis cut a promo in commercial about Gunther. Like, I want you, Gunther. I was like, okay, what are we doing? Like, relax. At least they fixed it by having it be AJ Styles, at the end of the gauntlet of people judging him. him, but I'm like, oh my God, are we really going back to Alpha Academy? I said the same thing, bro. I said the exact same thing. And even in the live stream, I'm like, oh my God, I know me and Sancho are going to have a field day about this. Like, really? That's who you have out there?
Here we go. Otis, and then Tozawa matches, and then Otis and Tozawa matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw it Maxine Dupree. Like, let's just
Why
put it
not?
on the gauntlet. Oh my God. And then have a meeting with Chad Gable. That'd be sick. All right. Just load out, pump the brakes on that.
Bring back Chad Gable for it.
Yeah, but I think that was a great, like, that was a weird thing to do. I know Otis has history, but it's just like weird.
Yeah, but nobody wants that. Nobody
said, wants it.
Like we said, this feels like a retcon, a reset for Gunther, and like, why are we gonna go back to that freaking well?
It's like MCU going back to Fox stuff. Like, wait, whoa, let's not bring everything back, okay? Okay, look, here's Brock Lesnar after beating Taker. Immediately, the next match, he destroys Cena.
Yep.
At SummerSlam for 16 seconds, and that's when he F5'd him, like, right at the gate.
Yeah, dude. I watched that match in the John Cena World Championship Series. Now, he didn't just destroy Cena; that was for the title.
Yes, it was for the title. Mm-hmm. But then John Cena wins the title back, and then there was a triple threat, and then he defeats John Cena and Seth Rollins, and then there was another title change at the WrestleMania 31, but that's when, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that John Cena wins it back. I think he doesn't beat Lesnar for it. I think the title was vacant.
It says Night of Champions.
And he beats Lesnar for it?
Well, it says defeats by DQ, so it was not a title change.
Oh, okay. When does
the title change happen? The title change happened when Seth Rollins cashed in. The greatest heist of his century.
That's right.
And then he went on. Then he went on to the WWE, the Beast of the East, live from Tokyo. Brock Lesnar defeating Kofi Kingston.
Oh yeah, he holds that title. Like, he beats Cena and then he holds it and loses it to Seth Rollins at Mania 31. That's right. It's just I'm a little confused because he had the two titles, but by that point, after he had the two titles, they introduced a new belt to give a singular belt to Lesnar. I think now I'm remembering that right. Oh man,
because Lesnar wasn't around, dude.
What a time.
Lesnar wasn't around. Now, can we talk about, before we like completely leave? I know we switched to Gunther, but can we just quickly go back and talk about the entire retirement tour? Year. We need to properly rank it. Now, I have the rankings. I know you ranked it already, but I would like to properly rank it for the people here that's listening, because we did it last time. And I would like to give a grade to the retirement tour if you would like to do that as well. Before I do that, I would say part of the tournament, I don't think the tournament did what it needed to do, which was to make Gunther as scary as you think it made him. I don't think it made him any more scarier. It was a means of an inevitable end for me. I thought the LA Knight was an interesting wrinkle that I was like, oh, perhaps they will do something. But at the end of the day, I would have just preferred Gunther being that guy and they just have promos leading up to Gunther versus having us go deal with all these things. And you could say, like, well, it helped other superstars. It kind of really didn't. I mean, LA Knight, they literally squashed and he out indefinitely with the caved chest. Maybe you could say Mello, because Mello's been getting more pops lately. Maybe that built him up a bit, but I don't think it did anyone a bonus besides Gunther. Thoughts? On the tournament?
I mean, I agree. I think the only thing that made Gunther feel more scary going into this was just the fact that they changed his theme. That's right. I think what the tournament did well was allow Gunther to have great matches.
To get his Gunther back. Gunther get his groove back. Huh?
Get his Gunther back. I got my Gunter back. Yeah, I'd say it served that purpose, but I don't think that it served the purpose of making him a scary villain to Cena. I'll say, you know what did? The promo after he beat LA Knight. After he beat LA Knight and he talked to the camera and said, I'm going to make you tap out, John Cena. I was like, now we have our thing to latch onto in this storyline. Like, will Cena give up? And Gunther is the only guy that can bring that fear. Like you said, imagine LA Knight in that position. It's just like, tap out, John. Yeah, like it doesn't land anywhere near as hard. So I think it was successful in ways, but mostly not a success.
Okay. Another side detour that I love giving. Here's where the competitors in the what do you have you have the 18 thing?
Well, this is my ranking of the John Cena matches. I think maybe we can use this if you want to
sure.
move it around.
Oh,
right?
okay.
All right, so I'll show you. Yeah, so 18, WrestlePalooza, we still there?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we have all the kids.
Yeah.
7 Dude, come on, bro. Come on.
I feel like you're the Rock. Take a look.
17, Cody and Cena.
This is like the most production we've ever had on
this show. That's crazy. The audio listeners are just punching the air right now. We're showing a bunch of photos.
Look,
Come to the
it's
YouTube.
interesting. Wait, leave this picture here because right now for those audio listeners, Travis Scott and Cena. This is where I feel like the most where John Cena has revealed that he didn't agree to this the most, right? And he does it in such a passive aggressive way, and the way that he's so aggressive to people who are like, well, what was like, especially Chris Van Vliet, like, what was the idea? Well, why does it matter?
Who cares? Was his response. All of us care. All of us
care, John, because it's like, why sell your soul? All right, next.
16, I put truth and
so far we're on point with what
but I made the point that like, hey, at the very least it gave us this. It gave us the pipe bomb.
Great callback. Yeah.
Right?
One of my most viral tweets, yes.
15, I put another kind of like random match that they had on SmackDown. I rewatched this and it wasn't great.
One thing we gotta talk about, dude. Logan Paul has probably been the best beneficiary of this entire run. We said it last week.
Yeah.
And especially this Monday night on Raw, Logan feels like an entirely different wrestler now. Doesn't he? That match with Rey Mysterio was pretty solid, dude.
And he feels like he's honing down his character.
Right.
He's really nailing it down.
So lax, especially when he's backstage with Braun Breaker. They feel like boys. Like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Logan Paul. He just feels like he's talking to his dudes in the back. Like, hey, man, we got to lock in. We got to lock in. Like he feels more natural in his promos. And the way when he comes out with Paul Heyman, only positivities. Going, why do you have this weird frame?
It's the good old Tongaloa.
The low Tongaloa.
That's how the match ended, with a low blow. All right, 14. I had John Cena and Ron Cena. So John Cena versus Ron.
Yep, good one.
13. The Money in the Bank. I think. Hold on. So I think I swapped it in my YouTube video. 13 and 12. I may have swapped.
We had you did. And our rankings, we had the Money in the Bank. We had the 6-man and then Money in the Bank. Yeah,
I did a little bit more thinking, and I put the Money in the Bank afterwards. But you can really interchange them. I think they're both pretty equal. But yeah, 13.
They're like a NCAA basketball. The 12 and 13 seed, you can interchange them.
Yeah, you can interchange them. Yeah. I 12. I went with this 12, the 6-man tag match. I'm like, because it was a party. It was a fun send off, and it elicited the party vibes that a lot of people wanted out of the John Cena retirement tour in general.
I still think the best crowd that got like the best Cena version, and I'm sure you would trade places with if you could afford, like if you planned it out, was that crowd in Perth with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Like you like, dude, that's what you wanted. You wanted that jubilation, celebration, that euphoric, like, Super Cena. Yeah. Like that's the feeling that you wanted that you didn't get.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't like that didn't cross your mind that you might be running into. Like that's shocking to me that you went into Washington, D.C., seeing the party, not feeling this ominous threat that Gunther could actually tap him out. Like that's so bizarre to me that as someone that
it was the threat that made a lot of us believe that like
you didn't see in one of your timelines,
You're right.
And all of a sudden you look at Doctor Strange and he's going like this to Cena,
with a smile.
With the one.
11, Royal Rumble. I think in the video I talked about like, hey, the Rumble had some very cool moments. Penta and Ray, that was pretty cool.
Remember, Penta did not get eliminated.
Totally didn't get eliminated.
Didn't.
Dude, look at this. I can't believe we have this much production value on this episode. That's crazy.
I know. Holy.
You guys got to watch the video version of this. This is one of my favorite photos of the year. It's so goofy. Can you believe we lived in the timeline of Jey Uso winning the fucking Royal Rumble?
This should have been the canary in the coal mine that anything could happen. Anything could happen in John Cena's booking. Like this John Cena is not going to be protected at all, and anyone could beat him basically.
10, I believe, it was the Dominic Mysterio Survivor Series. I think so far it's the same list that we created.
Yep.
Number 9, the Elimination Chamber. Good match in general. Cool callback there with the revival of John Cena and CM Punk. We had the moment of like, I'm sorry. But it scored high because it had the heel turn in that moment, which, dude, kind of crazy to like look at this picture, right? And John Cena has the nerve to tell us who cares. You did this! You did this! What do you mean we don't care?
It's a picture of The Rock and Travis Scott standing over a bloody Cody Rhodes, who is the undisputed champion at this time.
Dude, but who cares, Sancho? Who cares?
With The Rock holding a belt that says Cody's soul.
I forgot him. The soul meant nothing. Remember all of us talking about like, oh my God, Cena sold his soul to The Rock. What's The Rock going to do with that soul? And then The Rock's like, I'm going to lose 70 pounds and film Smashing Machine and forget about professional wrestling for the foreseeable future.
Golden Globe nominee.
Talk to me when it's a fucking Oscar okay?
nominee?
Talk to me when it's an Oscar. A Golden Globe. All right, relax.
That's the start, though, dude. That's like winning the Intercontinental title. You win that.
It's an IC title win. You're right. You're right. It is an IC title win. 8, I believe we put John Cena and Randy Orton.
Yeah, we did.
I'm
hoping the recording's still happening here because I don't. You're doing something completely new here.
Oh yeah, no, don't you worry. It's all OBS. I'm good. I took care of all of it. And then, remember this? Remember that happened after the Backlash match.
Who asked him? Was it Diva? Diva asked him a question, right?
I can't remember. Okay, so what ended up happening was that R-Truth came out and John Cena hit him with the Ron. Right now is not a good time, and he just kind of kept being like, "Hey, hey, Johnny, I'm out here, R-Truthin'," and he hit him with the AA through the table, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
7, I believe, Dominic Mysterio, TD Garden, Cena wins the IC title. Fun moment. I think this was more about the moment than it was about the quality of the match, because it was a very cool moment, and it was nice to see him get that thing off his resume.
You know what you should have done? You should have just followed him around this entire year, so you would have been feeling all the ebb and flows of the highs and the lows.
I know.
This is what you should have done. You should have just done that.
Man, the one match I wished I could have been a part of in person would have been him and CM Punk. Like getting to witness Punk line rules. Like all of the crazy shenanigans that happened in John Cena doing a reverse heist of the century and getting away with it was so cool. I rewatched that match recently for this video specifically, and it's way better than I remembered it being. Speaking of which, number 6, CM Punk and John Cena. It had so many more moments than people remember it having. We had like the faux face turn, they like fight off the heels together, and then they go over the hug, and then they do the replay of John Cena doing the whole like, oh, I'm a bad guy hug. We have Cena turning babyface for a little bit, stopping the cash in, hitting Seth Rollins with the AA, Seth Rollins hitting the stomp, and John Cena body decking poor Charles Robinson and slipping out with the win. Good stuff. Number 5, this is where it changes from our list, because I believe number 5 is the Sami Zayn US title match, and then at number 4 I put the Gunther Saturday Night's main event match. What do you think about the placement of this Gunther match? Where would you put it personally? Because I have it at 4. Would you have it? It sounds like you might have it lower than me.
No, because I was thinking about that too. Because it's interesting, because the way I look at this retirement tour as a whole, it all depends on what version of Cena are you getting. And I said this in the review that the version of Cena we're getting wasn't the one that was not trying to pay tribute to anyone else. This was just Cena being himself as much as possible, staying in the back.
Like, this shouldn't be funny, but it is. We're looking at the picture of John Cena smiling, tapping.
It's like stayed in the bag. Did you like that I wolfed it to you?
Okay, for those that don't know, on the morning of, I believe it was the Sunday morning after John Cena, the day after, I woke up to 7 different messages on like 7 different platforms from Sancho, all being a close-up of John Cena smiling, tapping out.
You got wolf, brother.
I got
wolfed. You should have never gave me your phone number, Santi. But yeah, like it's like, what version are we getting? So the Gunther match, we got Cena, right? This old man Cena, Super Cena, going into his bag, using everything that he knows what to do. And my favorite version of Cena is the guy that still wants to write love letters to wrestling. And the AJ, that's my absolute favorite one. And then the Logan one was still the same thing, but it was like, I'm the old dog here and you're the new dog and I'm protecting the ground type of vibe. And that felt kind of cool. And I like that version. But there's something different about Sami Zayn and John Cena. Like, it felt really cool to revisit that match and revisit that open challenge. Like, hey, I'm the guy that's now the teacher and you were the teacher and I was the pupil. Now we're both equal people here. It was really neat to start that reverence type of that love letter. It was the beginning of that. The only thing you could kind of put a red flag on that entire match was Brock Lesnar, right? If Brock Lesnar never showed up, that match could have gone on another hour. It felt like it went like 4 segments, and it was a very banger SmackDown in general. The only like if you just took off the ending, it's interesting. If you took off the ending of both Gunther and John Cena match and this one, you would say that Sami Zayn's match was infinitely better.
I would agree.
Just infinitely better.
I would agree. I do think, and I said this as much, what hurts the Sami Zayn match is the no finish. It's the we use this match to put over Brock and the Brock Lesnar feud with Cena that led to nothing. I think what's the salt in the wound is that it led to the WrestlePalooza nightmare, diabolically bad match. So I think that's what hurts the Sami Zayn match for me at the end of the day. Meanwhile, this Gunther match, like, we got a definitive ending. Now, did you love the ending?
A clean finish.
I love it. I love it as well. But I also really like the bones of this match. I know a lot of people didn't like the final 6 minutes of the 1A. I know a lot of people didn't like the never-ending sleeper hold, but I actually did. I think like that to me created it took the fear that I had going into the match of like, oh my God, is just John Cena going to quit? And it put it in front of me in action. Like, when I was there in person, that was one of the most exhilarating sleeper holds that I could have witnessed. I don't know that it translated the same on TV, but like, I was, and everyone, we were on the edge of our seat. Like, this is what we came to fear. This is the moment where we find out what path WWE is going to take with the finish. And ultimately we found out what path they took, and it was the heartbreaking one.
I just felt like I just wanted that high noon moment, man. I didn't get that gunslinger moment from Cena. Like every single retirement match has that one like standoff, high noon. I know I'm on my last bullet type vibe. I didn't get that from John Cena. Yeah, he did an AA, but again, the details. I always say the details of the match matters, and the details where they made Gunther a Michael Myers Halloween, I'm gonna get back up and grab you type of thing. And I was like, no, let me see Cena like go like, damn, that didn't tap him out. Like, let me breathe in that moment where he hit the AA and he's like, what am I gonna do? Like, let him get up and then like trying to figure it out, not like, I'm still alive. Like, that's like the only.
Why'd you turn him into Wario and Waluigi?
Watch it back again. He goes, I'm still alive. But that's like the only thing. Like, you know what would have been interesting? And I know like it's all whatever, and this is fantasy booking. I would have loved to see John Cena pick up the belt or like pick up an object, be like, maybe I should cheat. No, I shouldn't cheat. Like that kind of stuff. Like, let me relive all the retirement tour moments. Like, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? And then no, let me do it the right way. Like, I know they've done it before in the SummerSlam matches and all the other matches, but I just felt like this is a perfect opportunity to put everything with a nice little bow on it. And that's my only thing I was missing from it. But I guess going back to the list, I would definitely I agree with you with the spot where you have it here.
Okay. And I think we agree on the top 3 because we didn't change it. Logan, dude, what a match. I went back and rewatched it again for this video. And oh my God, the crowd's so good. It's so hot for this. Like, remember when Cena hits the Styles Clash and that crowd going insane, and we were getting the homages.
Most clips I ever put together, and even though I didn't post it because of the mouse, I didn't post it, but it was like the most clips ever of just this, like, holy dude, he's doing this move, he's doing that move. Oh my God, he's doing that move. Yeah.
This match was utterly brilliant. You can make the case, like, if you really wanted to, that this was John Cena's best in-ring match of the retirement tour, because there was nothing propping this up, right? The two that are ahead of it had a world championship to help prop it up, and then the other one had all the nostalgia bait in the world that you could have to help prop it up. This had nothing. There's barely any history between John Cena and Logan Paul. It's just two guys in the ring, and I emphasize the in the ring because they never left the ring in this match, just putting together an absolute heater of a match. So, like, yeah,
it doesn't change. I don't remember. I don't remember if I posted or not, because was that still Peacock?
No, that was our first Disney.
Oh yeah, because they changed it. They pushed up the
yeah, or was it? Oh no, I can't remember. Or was WrestlePalooza the first Disney one?
No, it was WrestlePalooza, but then it was supposed to start at Survivor Series.
Is that what it was?
But remember, they pushed up the date and included Clash.
Gotcha.
And you were saying, like, man, how pissed would you be if you're ESPN that Clash got a better match?
Yeah,
than WrestlePalooza.
Yeah, that's right. 2, Cody Rhodes, John Cena. Like, it's just a heater of a match. It's so many finishers, dude. It's actually, like, hilarious how many finishers it is. We did get
when
the
they
Cody
went to
Vader.
the outside. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun, and all the countless finishers. This had the gunslinger moment, right?
Yes.
The Cody Rhodes. They're also at the end giving him the kind of corny salute. But it worked. It worked in that regard.
Yeah.
I think this is the match you wanted. The, like, oh my God, like vintage John Cena going out on his sword, kicking out of a triple crossroads. You know, like, do you know what that move has done? What that move has accomplished at Mania main events? And Cena kicked out of it? Crazy.
Okay, again, like, imagine if Cena got to the rope, held on, and then Gunther had to stand up and be like, damn, this guy's really tough. And then Cena slowly crawls up, right? And then he's in the turnbuckle. And then he turns around to Gunther. He's like,
yeah.
Right? That's
yeah.
Like, what? Yeah. And you're like, oh, let's go, John. You're not going to give up. And then Gunther hits him with that big Tyrannosaurus Rex missile dropkick. Like, damn. And then powerbomb. Then you would be like, oh, please stop. You're killing him. And then bam. And then you would be like, oh, damn, at least he stood back up and he never gave up. See, that's what I mean. It's the details, Santi.
Instead, we got.
Have you seen the Peacemaker when they started playing the
oh Julian. My God, Julian. Yeah, number one, obviously. This doesn't change. This is the retirement match we all wanted. This was the
once in a lifetime, dude.
This is a special match. This is a truly, truly special match. I think that this is one of the matches that, like, if I were to maybe rewatch it now, knowing how things went down, I might cry. Like, just kind of like knowing what this match means. I could see myself getting emotional in this match, especially maybe revisiting it when both John Cena and AJ Styles have retired. I think revisiting this match could be an emotional one.
It was not. Clash was still at Peacock.
Okay, Clash was still Peacock. Yeah,
most clips in that match, because it was like, boom, Styles Clash. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Of course.
Hell yeah, dude.
Coquina clutch, man. Scorpion death drop, man. Oh, it was so sick.
The one-winged angel.
Oh, man, it was such a sick match.
But what's Chris Angel's move? What's his move again?
That's the no. That is
Winged Angel is Kenny Omega's move.
I'm gonna let you keep going. Well, how many versions of wings can you get?
3 Winged Angel.
It's just called
one Winged Angel is this Cody's move.
It's just called Angel Wings.
Angel Wings.
Yeah, it's just called Angel
Wings. Which looks like a fairy tale ending, right?
Yes, it is. It's literally a fairy tale ending. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Hey, it's
the Santi show.
Hey, what's this person still doing there? It's like, what are you? Get out of Santi's chat.
There you go. For those that say we have no production, look at it. Look at us now. Hey, maybe we should do something like that for our award show.
No, let's pump the brakes there, son.
Yeah, let's pump the Whoa, we put together a PowerPoint. Relax.
You do one thing and people are like, we want more.
Yeah, remember when our podcast was an hour and then one episode we went 2 and everybody's like, this is just now a 2-hour show. This used to be 1 hour. This was always supposed to be 1 hour.
Supposed to be 1 hour. That's as much Santi could tolerate me for 1 hour.
And then now you guys have me pumpkining by the 2-hour mark.
The sweetest pumpkin. Oh, but Santi, Triple H turned you a pumpkin. Gunther. Now we can go back to Gunther. Gunther. What's your grade on the retirement tour, real quick? I'll give it a B+.
I can't go higher than. I'll go B-. Whether as much as CENA wants to downplay it, the Rock and Travis Scott stuff hurts too much.
Oh, it's like the F in there, huh? Throws it down the grade.
Yeah, way too much. That performance or lack thereof performance damages the curve. So I'm gonna say B-.
I thought about the idea when like Triple H came out right after because like you remember in the I thought of this moment, like what if at the end of The Last Jedi with how Luke Skywalker was just so pissy throughout the entire, and he threw the lightsaber, and you're like, that's not my Luke Skywalker.
Oh my god, that's such a great example,
right? You're like, that's not Luke. Like,
yeah.
Why
is Luke drinking the blue titty milk from this alien? Do you remember that? Or like the green titty milk?
Why is he such a grouch, dude? He's sitting there being a grouchy dude, and he sees the lightsaber, and when he tosses it, you're like, what?
Yeah, why?
Well, who are you? You're not the embodiment of the Jedi that I knew that left Return of the Jedi. That's what you are right now, bro.
Yo, facts. Actually,
and then at the end of the movie, out came George Lucas. You'd be like, boo! Boo!
Well, dude, okay, so the last time I remember like a fan base booing, like not like in an event because it wasn't at an event, but just like seeing like the visceral reaction was Game of Thrones season 8, and everybody just hated the 2 creators.
Why would the mother dragon was getting like shanked by Jon Snow? Oh no, it was Arya killing the Night King,
which makes no sense at all whatsoever, bro. I the one universe.
Sorry for spoilers, but
who cares, man? Spoil the crap out of that show. We're all about the book, but that piece of trash George R.R. Martin is just counting the clock before. Instead, boo, boo, boo.
Oh, you enjoyed the show? You enjoyed the book? It's all part of the book, Santi.
You want Jon Snow? Jon Snow?
Yeah, but that's interesting because as someone that never read the books, I was like, dude, that was dope that Arya Stark did that.
You're an idiot. Yeah, you're an idiot. I hate you for even saying that.
I was like, hell yeah, brother. The whole riggedy-doo, bam. I was like, yeah, that was me.
It needed to be Jon Snow or Theon Greyjoy. Those are the only 2.
You're changing the booking here?
Yes, I'm changing the booking. Jon Snow kills the Night King and/or Theon Greyjoy. The only 2 characters that made sense. Theon Greyjoy would have made sense they had the opportunity to do it in the show. Theon Greyjoy runs like an idiot at the Night King and gets just shanked, which does open the door for Arya. You know how I would have booked it? Come here. Let me book it for you, okay? You got Theon Greyjoy who runs with his spear at the Night King. The Night King breaks it, stabs him, and in the show he dies. All right, he's left on the ground, right? But that opens the door for Arya to jump in and stab the Night King.
Superman punch.
Yeah. In my booking, all right, the Night King, just like in the show, catches her midair.
Chokeslam. Right.
What she does in the show is she drops the dagger and then catches it at the bottom and then stabs him. Not in my world. Not in my booking, brother.
Yeah, the Bucky. Yeah.
What happens in my world, how it should have been, and I still wouldn't have put us in this scenario. Oh my God, no. He's got her. She drops the dagger to a dying Theon Greyjoy, and with his last gasp, the last thing that he does is grab the dagger and stab the Night King. They both die. Theon Greyjoy's last act after being a horrible person that caused the downfall of the Starks is to save the Starks from the Night King.
Red alert! And then LA Knight comes out and puts him on his shoulders. You're like, what are you doing here, LA Knight? You did nothing in this story.
Bro, the Night King gets stabbed and the Night King looks down and he goes, taps out.
You know what it also reminds me of? People were so pissed at Man of Steel that Superman killed General Zod.
Yes.
They were so mad because they're like,
that's not what he does.
Superman doesn't kill. That's true. He doesn't.
It's true.
But you know who does? Batman. And he doesn't care.
Batman doesn't kill.
In that universe, he does.
What universe was that one? That's the...
Zack Snyder.
Martha, how do you know her?
How do you know that name? It's the name of my mom.
Oh, everything's good now. Oh, man, what a garbage
Oh, that's
movie.
what you wanted, Gunther and CENA? How do you know that name, John?
Man.
You know what? This reminds me of like an NBA or NFL playoffs. You rooted for Gunther to advance. You should have voted for LA Knight, bro. You should have been in the LA Knight.
I should have been.
You should have. He's beatable. LA Knight beatable, brother. Easy win for CENA.
Like, dude, imagine just LA Knight in that scenario. It just would not have worked at all.
Dog, you see LA Knight, he's in the AA, you know, he's sitting there, and then boom, BFT, like, oh my God, LA Knight's gonna do it. And then 1, 2, John Cena kicked out of the BFT. The only person, by the way, at this time to kick out of the BFT. Oh, here comes the golden shovel. LA Knight's used to it. Here at the Glaze Factory, we would have been happy, brother. Look at us. Look at me, son. We would have been happy to do business with you. We'd have been like, hey, we got you, man. You want us to job out to you? No problem.
Yeah, you're just happy to get the John Cena retirement contract. Yeah, we'll take that. This keeps the lights on in the Glaze Factory. We'll take this contract.
You're like, hey, man, I'm totally down for this. Man, we'll do the job for you. That would have been us. We would have done the handshake deal. We would have said, yeah, we can let you kick out of the BFT. No problem. We'd let you kick out of the BFT. You would have done Super Cena. Then, bam, and then you would have done, you know what you would have done? Because a little LA Knight's a little bit lighter. You could have done the good old AA into the hold on rolling AA. That could have been you, brother. The rolling AA. Bam, another one. And would have been like, there we go. 1, 2, 3, Cena wins. You would have gone home a happy man.
The employees at the Glaze Factory are watching it on the black and white TV in the break room, like just so happy that they have a job for the next day.
Yes. And then you know what? LA actually, like, legitimately, LA Knight would have been okay. He would have been fine. He'd be like, hey, went out, did my best. Yeah, let me go ahead and challenge for another belt that I'm gonna lose. But no, you blew it. You see, you blew it. You wanted Gunther, and he gave you what you wanted. He gave you a man that tapped out. You tapped out, John.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? John Cena can't even say anything because he's gone.
He's gone.
All he could do is post a picture on Instagram of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We'll see John posting the stone cold Steve Gunther photo, you know, like he likes to do. Sancho, what are you thinking about Gunther right now? How are you feeling about, like, okay, we're done with John. John's gone. He's done with us. We're done with him. Gunther is the guy that's here as the dust settles. We saw the moment on Monday Night Raw. We're concerned about Otis. I'll say this. I think that he needs to go on, dude, literally like a 2-year win streak. I'm at the point where, like, if you don't plan on having him win the Rumble and or Elimination Chamber, don't put him in either of them. I don't even want him in those if he's not going to win them. Give him single matches on that night so he can't be in the Rumble, a singles match in Chamber so he can't be in the Chamber match. He just needs to win and win emphatically for a very long time so that we can continue to build this monster, this Titan, so that eventually at WrestleMania, call it 43 if you want to do that. Not even 42, that's too early. 43, when Gunther has just gone on this crazy run, we throw that baby face at him. That baby face, whoever it is. Not Otis.
I can tell you who it is.
Not Otis. Who it is. Dominic?
No. Dominic Mysterio.
Sancho, you and I. Right there, man. Right there. Hey, it was Eddie that slaughtered Lesnar. brought him down, made him human. Can Dominic do it? Ooh, it's just gonna be Cody, bro. It's just gonna be Cody. It's just gonna be Cody.
I think that's where I'm afraid of the most as well. I think the WWE likes to baby step this, and they can't take baby steps with Gunther now. We're not in a baby step type of situation where we get a feud with an Otis, we get a feud with the mid card. Hell, we can't even we can't take a pit stop in the Wepaverse. No way. We can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah, we cannot create a Wepaverse alternate timeline here.
No, we can't. We can't. I mean, I think that WWE did miss an opportunity to give us that next person. I know what they were doing with the Roman Reigns. It's my yard now type of thing, right?
Right.
But would it have hit harder if AJ Styles music hit? When he's out there.
When he's out. I don't know. I kind of like the AJ just waiting for him in the parking lot and Gunther driving away and then hitting it. AJ. And then, by the way, he did not clean his car windows very well. There was still a lot of snow on that.
It's against the law to have your windows not clean. But yeah, imagine if you're just sitting there and then like AJ Styles, and you're like, oh my God, AJ, what are you doing, brother? Like,
okay, hang on. Were you at all nervous when Gunther kept coming back that he was gonna slip or something and ruin all of it? Like when he kept climbing up, he kept climbing up the table, and I was like, bro, just get out. It's like an extraction shooter. You have all the loot, brother. Get out. You can't carry any more loot. You have too much. Leave before you actually slip and ruin all your ore.
So I thought that's where I thought AJ would have been perfect there. Hit the music and then AJ Styles comes out and then just, I don't know. I that's what I feel like the WWE is going to baby step this and just start going after gold. Start going after AJ. I think that's a good pit stop for a while. And then go after CM Punk. Like really start putting the pressure on the title picture. Because then, Santi, he could hold on to that title during the Rumble, during Chamber. They could be away from those opportunities, not being king of the ring. Right? That's all that stuff is done now, brother. You cannot be in those lobbies anymore. You've advanced. All right. Your skill-based matchmaking is at an all-time high. You can't be in these one-way golden ticket type of opportunities, okay? You already made the dance. You're already a big bounty. And I'm saying this because it needs to be LA Knight, okay? Let LA. If you're in that match, LA Knight has no chance to get any of those matches, okay? Please. And aren't you lucky? And I know this is, this sucks in sports, but Michael Parsons got hurt after he got those 10 sacks.
Yeah.
Brutal. I owe you 5 gifted still. Well, the point I want to make is Gunther is no longer in the mid card, no longer in the main event. He's like now in that S tier, brother.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Rare air.
It's true. Like the Wepaverse, a Sami Zayn. Actually, I wouldn't mind a Sami Zayn. Get that win back.
Oh, really?
No, really? Get that win back. Get that win back.
I saw what you did against John, and let me tell you there, Mr. John Cena is someone that I look up to, that you should look up to, that told me to never give up.
Who was front row?
I didn't get to see his reaction in front of his own child.
Yeah, I didn't see the reaction either, but Sammy was front row.
He had a child. Maybe that's why they put him there, because it was weird to be like, why is Sammy out here?
Hey, run it back and let him get his win back. Run back Jey Uso again and let him get his win back. Let's retcon this. Let's James Gunn universe this. Let's fix it. Let's fix it.
So you want him to go up against good old Elijah?
Sure. Give him Pat McAfee and have him win in 2 minutes like he should have, realistically. Not in a 20-minute match where Pat McAfee is fighting with him toe-to-toe.
That was the most bizarre person there, by the way. Is Elijah. A.K.a. Elias, a.k.a. Ezekiel.
Which is so funny because, right next to Kevin Owens. By the way, KO definitely got the second biggest pop of the night after, obviously, John Cena. That was crazy. It was nice to see.
Even Kurt Angle?
Yeah. Kevin Owens got the biggest pop of the night of a guy not named John Cena. Hopefully we get... Even who?
Haku?
Oh, I thought you said Nakamura. Really? I missed him.
He was always lurking in the back.
That's true. That's true. That he's always lurking.
It's a bummer that Bray wasn't. Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas wasn't there.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know,
the one thing
man.
I regret from the retirement tour. No stop at Bray Wyatt except for the Sister Abigail that he did.
Yeah, I guess like maybe they just don't have enough trust in Bo Dallas's abilities. Like that promo that he cut about Solo Sikoa on Friday Night SmackDown was bad. I think he forgot his lines.
Bad. It wasn't bad. It was like the people were interested. I would say in that. Like they were listening attentively. They weren't like going, "What?"
Yeah, but he wasn't saying anything.
Well, that sometimes Wyatts do that, dude.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but Bray said nothing while saying a lot,
cool
but he was really cool about it.
Sometimes when you go down to the store, brother, the milk is there. The milk is there, and sometimes the milk is gone, brother. All right.
I have no rebuttal because if you told me that was a Bray Wyatt promo, I'd believe you. And if it was actually a Bray Wyatt promo, I'd be like, oh my God, yeah, the milk. He's right.
Oh,
it's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor for life.
All right.
Okay.
Should we bring this home and talk about, like, just wrap up the Gunther topic? Because we got a couple more things.
Sure. Okay. To wrap up the Gunther topic, I'm going to look up the entire tournament and tell you. Okay. Jey Uso versus Cena. Who wins there? If it was that was the finals.
Who's booking? Is it Michael Hayes? I'll say Cena.
Miz versus Cena.
Cena.
Priest versus Cena.
Cena.
Rusev versus Cena.
That's a fun one. I could if Rusev was booked better and he was going in stronger, I think it would have been cathartic even to have Rusev win. I think Rusev could have. Yeah, because I could see Cena making the executive call to put over Rusev because it was Cena that kind of damaged the whole Rusev push.
At the same time, that's one of the other criticisms that they have about Gunther is that he didn't need this. Like he didn't need this.
Sure.
But Rusev would have loved it.
I think
people would have gone.
A lot of people that maybe haven't been fans for a really long time that weren't around for the Rusev Cena stuff would have probably quickly said Cena. I think that one has a bit more nuance, and knowing Cena, the type of like weird philosophical dude that he can be, I could see him weirdly making the decision to want to put over Rusev.
I'm tapping out to
a little accolade smile tap out.
There's a smile underneath it, and then that little caress.
Yep. Oh, you know what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying, though, right?
I see what you're putting down. Righting the wrongs that he did in the past.
Yeah.
Sheamus versus Cena.
I could see him put him over Sheamus. If it was for the IC title.
No.
Had it been for the IC title, I could have seen Cena putting over Sheamus.
So many fun opportunities that we've had. Nakamura versus Cena.
Yeah, no, that's Cena.
LA Knight versus Cena.
Cena.
Zack Ryder versus Cena.
Back to LA Knight. Had LA Knight just taken the damn hand, maybe Cena would have put him over. Maybe.
Always remember this, folks. No matter where you go in life, be nice to everybody.
Be nice. Just be nice.
Just be nice. Penta versus Cena. Ooh.
Wait, Cardona. You said Cardona first?
Yeah, well, I said Zack Ryder.
Yeah, Zack Ryder. Actually, very similar thing to Rusev. So I could see Cena being like, yeah, let's just do this weird thing and put this guy over finally.
He's always ready. Yeah. Penta versus Cena.
Cena.
That would have been a fun match, though.
It would have been fun. Yeah, it would have been fun, but Cena.
Penta. My Reeves. Finn Balor versus Cena.
Cena.
Dolph Ziggler versus Cena.
I think Cena would have taken that one.
Yeah. As much as we love you, Dolph.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa versus Cena.
Cena. He already gave the thumb win to Solo.
I could see it now. He's about to get thumbed, right?
He smiles.
And then no.
Smiles and taps out before he gets thumbed again.
No, he goes, I quit. No, he catches his thumb. And you would be like, oh, John.
He puts it in his mouth like a pacifier.
It's a very Peacemaker thing to do. Mm-hmm. Or Ricky Stenicki. Javon Evans versus Cena.
I could see him putting over Javon. Yep.
And Carmelo Hayes versus Cena.
Could see him putting over Carmelo Hayes for the same reason as Javon, putting over a young up and coming guy.
Bronson Reed versus Cena.
Cena.
Dude, the first person to ever kick out is Tsunami.
Ooh. Ooh, that'd be heat. That would have been heat.
That's old school Cena, dude. That's golden shovel Cena.
That is golden shovel Cena.
Like, right. Oh, cool. That sounds great. Go ahead, Tsunami. You know what? Tsunami 3 times. I'm gonna kick out.
Oh my God. All right, let's put a pin in it. Dude, I wish that here's the thing. We are already almost 2 hours into the pod, and I figured that, like, oh my goodness, when this happens, it's going to be a huge topic that we're going to talk about. I don't care about the masked man being Austin Theory, and clearly neither did the audience. It's ruined.
I tried to tell people. I posted this on X, Santi, and I got the most flack ever. And I had to mute the conversation because there's people just being annoying. Because I said, and granted, that's what X is all about, but I love that I could go ahead and go, oh, mute. Good luck discussing this amongst yourselves. I wrote, my favorite tweet was ridiculous. Why would Gunther be sent home? Why? Because he beat Cena? What, for winning? Let's see. And then my other favorite was, my name's Austin. Because he looked like...
He does look like, I'd see it. That's a great tweet. I'm reposting that one, brother.
No, I'm gonna
put you over. I'm gonna put you over.
Oh, all right, cool. My name is Austin. It's underrated tweet, by the way.
You should have done my name Austin. I don't think he says my name is Jeff. I think he just says my name Jeff. It is. I get it. It's my name is Jeff. There is like an implied is. There's an implied is.
And then I put a picture of Channing Tatum right next to it, just in case people didn't know. All right, I put great for theory, but story-wise, why? That's where I'm at with it. And they were like, why don't you just wait till next week? But I'm like, dude, I see all
the H. Cook.
I see all the tea leaves, okay? It still doesn't make sense. And I agree with our friend O'Shea Jackson here, right? O'Shea Jackson Jr., I agree. He said this should have been done at Survivor Series. It would have hit 1,000 times harder if it was at Survivor Series. Then all of a sudden the masked man is revealed. Is Austin Theory like, oh my God, Austin Theory's doing this? But now we had too many days to redline it. Oh, is it Mello? Is it Trick? Is it this person? Is it that person? Is it Jericho? Is it Seth Rollins? Hey, look at this production quality. My name is Austin. For the people listening on the pod, he's putting up my tweet. Thank you.
And this is what you're talking about, right? The story.
Great for theory.
I don't want to show it because the video might hit copyright. But
so yes. So like that's my whole thing about it in general, that I feel one, Austin Theory was so cold leaving the whole Waller thing, and that's never settled. And they put him on ice. And now they expect me to understand why he does it. And he joins the Vision now when it would have been better if he joined the Vision earlier as the young future. But now he joins as a masked man. It is way diluted of a pop, in my opinion, of an impact.
Should have just done it a Survivor Series or the Raw after Survivor Series. This wasn't a big enough reveal to drag it on, to keep yanking people along to the next episode of Monday Night Raw. And then what you ended up doing is, because you're about to go into a bunch of pre-recorded episodes of Monday Night Raw, and this clearly doesn't have enough legs to go to January 5th, you were kind of forced to pull the trigger in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a crowd that had already watched like 4 hours of wrestling, an episode of Raw, an episode of SmackDown, and they're going to film more Raw after that too. So tired crowd. To do this reveal there kind of did the reveals a big disservice, because that crowd just did not pop like the way that maybe they would have at Survivor Series or the Raw after Survivor Series. And like I said, this just is not a good enough reveal or has enough interest in legs to be something that they drag out to January 5th. Dude, I saw people saying that like, oh, maybe they should reveal the masked man at the Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble? You know how far that is? That doesn't have enough legs for this.
Especially if it was Austin Theory.
Yes. The why, they're going to tell the story. Maybe it's a different faction, whatever it might be. For me, I know you're more concerned about the why. I'm more concerned about the fact that I don't care. I don't care what the why is, I think is my problem. And part of the reason that I don't care about the why is because of all of the things surrounding this. Like you said, the failed capitalizing of the Austin Theory babyface turn when they should have with Waller, doing nothing with the Waller stuff. I get it, he got hurt, but Waller just moved on and basically just threw Theory under the bed as if he never existed. The fact that it's still just Austin Theory. Like, this is just not a big reveal. It's just not a big enough reveal to do what they did.
It's not sexy pick, dude. The same reason why I looked at the whole thing. Should Theory join the Vision, be part of Seth Rollins' faction at the beginning? I was like, yeah, it's a good pick, but that's like a ball type of knowledge pick. That's like oh yeah, this dude's good. He's underutilized. Triple H may have hate him, and he has a lot of potential if he was just given the right faction. But now that he's been picked as the masked man that screwed over CM Punk, is he going to be in the feud with CM Punk? Don't know. That's helping the Vision. Okay, he's helped the Vision, but is he like going to be like that tipping guy that's going to put this faction over? I don't think so. Is he working for Seth Rollins? I don't know. Why is he doing the curb stomp? Is he going to be like this guy that it's like a Bailey gimmick where they give him this serious shaved head? I'm angry and I'm going to take my anger out on the WWE and the booking of Triple H. Maybe he's a vigilante in that way because he's trying to change up what Triple H is doing because he's getting screwed over. And then drop it like months later and just go back to being Austin Theory. You're right. I think you said it the best. His face turn was coming and it was so good, and then they just completely got rid of it. I had a pencil.
And it's still just Austin Theory. Like, and it's still just Austin Theory. And that's no disrespect to Austin Theory, but it's still just Austin Theory, which is the reason why dragging it out as much as they did is like, bro, like, we're dragging it out as if like the reveal is going to be game changing, as if it's going, but like, I always knew it was just going to end up being Theory. I always knew we were going to be going down the path of it being an underwhelming reveal. And every week they dragged it out, the more and more I knew it was going to be more and more underwhelming. And here we are. And now it's kind of DOA. It might not be, again, like, there's still more to add, but in the moment it feels a little bit dead on arrival, but we'll see. I don't want to completely write it off. I know that there's still more that needs to come, but here's the thing. We're not going to get anything interesting for the next like 3 weeks because of like the holiday schedule. The next interesting episode of Monday Night Raw isn't until January 5th. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not, like I said, I think I'm not even about the why. I'm like, I just don't care. They need to make me care. Right now, as it stands, I don't care. They can make me care. I just don't care right now. And that's, I think, one of the bigger cardinal sins in wrestling. If you can't make a person give a shit about anything that you're doing, that's a problem. One other thing that I want to highlight, this is it for Theory, right? Like,
yep.
This is your last at bat. This is the guy that's already gotten plenty of opportunities, but like, this is the first opportunity under Triple H. Don't matter. Those other ones counted. Money in the Bank, flop. Against CENA, flop. The Golden Egg storyline, flop. Vince McMahon's Golden Boy, quadruple flop. That's a guy you want no association with right now. He's gotten so many opportunities already. That baggage still exists. If this fails, that's it. If he cannot connect with the crowd, it's over.
Is this a safe place?
Of course it is.
What if Austin Theory popped up like that in AEW? Same way. It's a little spicy, right? If he was in AEW and he came out, did something, and then revealed himself as Austin Theory, you'd be like, "Oh!"
You want to know what my reply would be?
Yeah,
it's still just Austin Theory.
Yeah, all right.
It's still just Austin Theory.
Interesting enough, though, while we're on a little bit of closing it up here, what a bizarre thing that happened in NXT this evening. As we're recording the show, we're recording after NXT, which is a rare occurrence of Wrestling School, and Blake Monroe getting screwed. She tweeted out, not the first time I've been screwed.
Ah.
But if you didn't know, essentially it was a very botched ending where she got hit from Thea Hale. Is that I'm saying that name right?
Yeah, Thea.
Thea Hale, and she got hit with a kind of like a weird springboard move that knocked the wind out of her, like legit landed flush on Blake's chest, and she couldn't kick out in time. The referee shoot 3 counted it, and she lost her North American title, dude.
It was so confusing that they played Blake Monroe's theme when the ref counted 3. It was such a mess. But yeah, man, that's both the danger and the beauty of live action, right? There's no second takes. That's it, brother. You got to move with it. You got to go with the flow. The plan. No, hey, what's Michael Jackson's famous? Not Michael Jackson. Sorry. Mike Tyson.
I believe Michael Jackson says, "Don't stop till you get enough."
Take a look at the man in the mirror. The line I was talking about is everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. That Michael Jackson did not say that. That was like, how would Michael Jackson have said it? Everyone's got a plan to get punched in the face.
Trump? You sound like Trump.
Everybody's got a plan. I have the best plans. You should hear my plans. Everybody says I got the best plans. Nobody's got good plans like me. I execute the best types of plans.
The reason I hate that you're Canadian, you know,
so
and you're hitting me with the Trump impression.
Anyways, Mike Tyson. Dude, it's late. It's past midnight. All right.
You know what's funny? What quick thing? You remind me of Jake Paul, and Jake Paul saying like the masked man's a big deal. You remember he said that?
Yes. Yeah. I think I don't know. Some people thought it might be Jake Paul.
It would have been a big deal.
That would have been a big deal. If it was Jake Paul, that would have been crazy.
That would have been wild. Dude, I'll take KSI. That would have been wild.
Dude, I'll never not laugh at the face reveal of KSI with the Prime bottle. That was the biggest crime of WrestleMania 41. It wasn't the Cody Rhodes and John Cena and Travis Scott stuff. It was that we didn't get a Prime bottle at WrestleMania 41.
The Feastable Mr. Beast.
I know. Crazy. Not enough people talk about that travesty. They talk about the Travis Scott. Hey, Mr. Scott.
Let's wrap this up, dude.
What you gonna do?
Who's in the new Heat order? For those of you who don't know, don't leave. I see you.
You can't leave. You can't leave.
You can't leave.
Come back.
See you about to leave. New Heat order is all the buzz, all the fun, everything that we've been talking about, all the shenanigans. We're excited to see next week. Now, you're telling me that next Monday and Friday is all pre-taped, and the Monday after?
The Monday's pre-taped. This upcoming Friday is pre-taped, and next two NXTs are pre-taped.
So this Friday, coming up, is pre-taped.
This Friday is pre-taped. Monday's pre-taped. I have a feeling the 26th is gonna be pre-taped.
Boy,
yeah, we're into a big season of pre-taped. Yeah, 29th, the Raw, the 29th, that's live.
Okay, good. All right, new Heat order. Let's figure out what's the buzz. Number 1, John Cena, or is it Gunther?
I gotta say Gunther. I think if we were doing immediately after the John Cena retirement, then I'd say John Cena. But now that we have the Gunther follow-up, I'd have to say Gunther. Gunther, Cena.
I'm so mad that they did my girl Raquel dirty, dog. Now they're gonna make it a triple threat in day 1.
Oh yeah,
and that's the only reason why they're gonna take the belt off of Stephanie through a triple threat, and Raquel's gonna win. I'm sorry. I hope that's the case here. I'm so mad that I'm sitting there at post colonoscopy watching Raw today, and I'm like, oh, cool. What happened during Raquel and Stephanie? That happened.
Boo.
Boo. Number 3.
Bing bong wepa.
Dog, I feel so bad for Zelina. I feel so bad for Zelina Vega, dude.
Yeah.
It's like she can't catch a break, brother. Like that was one of the scariest botches I've ever seen in a long time.
We could have been bad.
It could have been bad, dude. And that did nothing for Damian and Aleister Black. Absolutely nothing.
Dude,
Nothing.
it was a pointless match, an absolutely pointless match. Dude, this feud doesn't end. It just keeps going. It won't stop. It's ridiculous.
Remember, it's like that one part with Doctor Strange. What was his name? What was his name? Agamemno, when he keeps going over and over again in the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were trying to say Khabib's name. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I was like, when did Doctor Strange fight Khabib?
Or Mago?
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name. Duramo. Doctor Strange villain.
Dormammu.
I knew it was with a D. It is Dormammu.
Thank you.
We came up with it together. We figured it out.
We got it.
Dormammu, it is.
Wepa, bam. Wepa, bam. The Wepa King never dies, dude. Dormammu. Oh my God, that's what it feels like being a Damian Priest feud. Just Dormammu over and over again.
Yep. Win with it. Legit.
Win with it. All right, who's number 3 then, dude? AJ Styles?
I'm inclined to go AJ. AJ.
AJ Styles. Any love for CM Punk coming out there? Can I put Logan Paul here, bro? I'm on the Logan Paul like all in type of now. I'm like enamored with him. Like the performance he had against Ray was pretty solid. Well, don't show me this.
I didn't mean to. I don't know how that happened.
Stupid. Oh God, now show yourself. Did you have any files on your desktop you want to get rid of? Now you're showing me. You're looking, you're double checking, you're worried that you have to edit this entire thing
No, there's nothing. I can't find the scene of our podcast.
Jesus.
Quick pod. What
was the last GameCube game you bought?
The last one?
Yeah. Because your collection grew to like 100.
BMX XXX.
Nice. Dude, I can't find
Monsters Inc.
Nice. Dude, I can't find any GameCube games in my video stores.
Really?
I can't.
Yeah. Mega Man Network Transmission. I've never played this.
Nice.
And Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects.
Are you finding these you're finding that game store you were talking about, right? Yeah. Dude, they must have a good collection because my game store doesn't have anything.
They don't got shit for GameCube because whenever they do get something, I just go in there and clear it out.
Yeah, I've been collecting. I bought a VHS player, a VCR player, and I have like I've been collecting a lot of Super Nintendo. Once you buy one, dude, you just can't stop.
You can't stop. Won't stop.
All right, who's number 4? Oh, Logan Paul, right?
You said Logan, yeah.
Yeah, you like the Logan Paul pick and anything else?
We should just throw Theory in here. I think we're not hot on it, but it is the biggest reveal.
I haven't heard a damn thing on my timeline talking about Austin Theory except me asking why. Have you made a video about Austin Theory?
It was a major topic in hot takes, but it was still mostly about Gunther. A lot of people wrote in about Austin Theory.
Okay, Austin Theory. All right, fine.
It does feel like it's a pity position into the new Heat order, but he's in there. All right,
Logan Paul at 5?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Number 6.
Número 6.
Any love for Rhea? Did you like Rhea getting hit by the poison mist? Did you like Io?
I actually like the Kabuki Warriors. I thought that they finally got some heat back. I really like that beatdown.
Did you see the Golden Lover sacrifice that Io made? That's a Golden Lover.
That's a golden dude. That's out of the playbook of Golden Lovers. You're right.
Absolutely, dude.
Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, for those that don't know. Golden Lovers.
I was gonna post that Golden Lovers 2.0, but then I was trying to find a picture of I think it was Kenny laying on Ibushi, but I couldn't find it. And I had safe search off.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. Number 7. Any love for New Day and the Usos? That match was pretty okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I obviously like the Usos more so right now than the New Day. They won. Maybe. What about like some of the people at Saturday night's main event? Sol Ruka beating Bailey And on today's NXT, announced that she got a number 1 contenders match against Chelsea Green for the U.S. title. That's main roster stuff.
Oh God, please win.
I think we should. I think we should put Sol Ruka here.
Can I put Sol Ruka over Austin Theory?
No, I got to protect Theory.
All right, Sol Ruka at 7.
Yeah.
I cannot put Oba at 8.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put Oba.
I wish Cody went after Oba. He was too nice. He goes, I'll see you on Saturday. Number 9. I think they should have had more matches, by the way, Saturday main event. It's a crime that there was a bunch of talent from NXT, like Ethan Page and
The Miz. What about The Miz? He had a really cool. That was really fun. Too. Yeah. We didn't even talk about that in the show. Joe Hendry that was a cool moment. Dude, you'll see in the vlog, he got me. Because you'll see the vlog, like I see her say his name and he appears. I'm like, oh, and then I look to the ramp and then he's not there. And then I look at the ring, he's just there. He literally appeared in front of me. He spawned in front of me.
So you want to put Joe Hendry and Miz here, or no Usos, no New Day, no one from the weekly show? Anyone from the weekly show?
Yeah, let me think the weekly show here.
Because you saw it.
Solo didn't really get up to much.
Last Legend beat Alexa Bliss.
You know what? That's big. I think we should put maybe Lash on here.
Number 10?
That's big, man. She kind of squashed Alexa.
She did.
Yeah.
No one's really talking. There wasn't like, you say, yeah, sure, there was outside interference, but all good old Nia Jackson was just sweep Alexa. Nothing like.
Yeah. It was like a 5-minute match. It's really short, but that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. No, you know what? We are providing the buzz. More people out there should be talking about Last Legend beating a 5-time world champion. You ever watch Joe is Hungry on YouTube?
No.
My favorite food reviewer of fast food, Joe is Hungry.
Okay.
Very, very hardcore. Like, he doesn't mess around. Like, if he gives anything a 7, you know he's like loves it. That's how hardcore his deal is.
Okay.
Joe is Hungry. You should watch him, dude. He's legit.
I've been watching. That's funny that you mentioned that because I've been watching some food people. Beard Meets Food. Have you seen this guy that takes on food challenges? No. He just goes around the world taking on like a bunch of restaurant food challenges. It's awesome.
So you haven't watched Braun Strowman then? Apparently his show's doing really well.
No, I have not watched. I haven't watched an episode of the Braun Strowman.
Everything on the menu with Braun Strowman.
Everything on the menu.
Do you like how you bullied me into getting a better Braun Strowman impression?
It used to be, I'm Braun Strowman. Used to be like, I'm Braun Strowman. Now it's all Braun Strowman.
Yeah, you got good at it.
Yeah. And then he left.
Then he left.
I think it was Daniel said, put Austin Theory in the Glaze Factory. I'm like, no.
That's funny.
You think the Glaze Factory lets anyone in? We don't have a lot of members.
They're pretty close to letting anybody in.
Wrong. LA Knight, Rusev, and Braun Strowman.
No, don't forget Karrion Kross. You put him in there.
And Karrion Kross. He's always there.
Sure, man.
He's in our little picture.
You've hung the rafters.
yeah, Karrion Kross. Damn, what if he was the masked man? That would have been a bigger pop. Let's name people besides Austin Theory. That would have
How much time you got?
All right, what's number 9? There's a missing hole here. I mean, Bailey and Lyra, they have a weird thing. Becky wasn't around.
Maxine, she had a pretty solid match.
I wish she'd just get her own damn music. Give her her own music.
Okay, so that's so funny you said that. I said, like, man, after going through the dungeon and all this stuff, she should come back with her own theme, and then didn't. Bummer.
I'm not against her. I fell asleep during that match because, again, just had my bowels looked at.
Good old.
I don't like how you said that.
Bowels looked at.
Okay, give me your 9. I'm leaning on you hard. Should we put?
Just put the Miz.
Leon Slater.
I'd put the Miz.
He's not going to do anything after this. You know,
doesn't matter. This is just about this week.
There it is. There's your list. Number 10, Lash Legend. Number 9, Miz. Number 8, Oba. Number 7, Jesus, Sol Ruka. Number 6, Kabuki Warriors number 5, Logan Paul number 4, Austin Theory number 3, AJ Styles number 2, John Cena number 1, Gunther. I can't wait for Friday because you know what that means. I want to call out Gunther. How dare he? How dare he?
I was in the front row with my son.
And you made my son cry. And I taught my son the 3 core values of hustle. And I'm here to tell you, I am Mr. Hustle. I am Mr. Loyalty and Respect. And you're just gonna go like, oh my God.
and then Otis will come in and make the save.
Like this?
Yep. All right, bring it
Wait,
home.
That's not Opa, that's Otis.
Folks, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. An extra special thank you goes out to our $15 patrons. They are our producers of the show. So a shout out goes to Chargers are posers and frauds. What do you mean, man? We eliminated the Chiefs 10-4 with no O-line, baby. Goodbye,
and
Chiefs.
Cowboys, Cowboys have 1% chance of making the playoffs.
We play each other this coming week.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. But it's like we need the Eagles to lose 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row, and we need to win all 3.
Yeah, you guys are cooked.
Yeah.
You guys are cooked. Ayo Salguero, Active D4C, Aiden, AJ Styles is following in the gay community, Abreem Zuda, Alex Regal, Alex, Alfie the Chosen One, Alfie Wallify, American Nightmare, Cody Lander, Antonio Arjona, Antony, Eric's, Ariel Pacheco, Arrogance, Ashley Reynolds, Ozzy Kingslayer, Bailey Darley, Bailey Saunders, Beans, Be Hostile, Big Head and Baby Hands of Santi Got Me, Bing Bong Wepa, Blenda, Blue Cord, Bluefish, Bradley, Braden Primo, Brady Keaton, Brody Cyphers, Brian Gallardo, Cameron Warren, Cameron Talks WWE, Carlos Gonzalez, CB, Chad, Chimchar Collectibles, Chris Butner Lucas, Christian Anderson, Christian GQ316, Chucky Gonzalez, Clayton Bigsby, Beloved's Black Cat, Colby Mayo, Cool Whip Tim, Corey King, Dalton Dunbar, Dan Schubert, Deck Girl. Come on. Derek Barnhart, did you hear that WrestleMania is in Las Vegas? That's a meme in my community where we like act shock every time they tell us that WrestleMania is in Las Vegas. Anyways, Digi316, D Lopez, Dominic De Coco, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. RIP to the voice actor. The voice actor of Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, the same Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome where they're playing Crash Nebula on ice, passed away. RIP. Dylan, Egg Toast, El Hijo de un Gringo, El Juan de Americano, El Joshi, Eric Ruiz Romero, Eyesight says, thank the Bolts for a Chiefs-less playoffs. Hey, I'm John Cena, I'm tapping here. Hey, what the fuck? Come on, bro. What is that name? His profile picture is Triple H laughing at the retirement show. 5 Knuckle RKO, Fletcher Walpole, FMFCMA, Freezer, Fugnux, Fugnux, F as in Fugnux, U as in Ugnux. Okay, thank you. Garrett Woods, Gay Dolph Schindler, Gilbert Deans, Godspeed, Governor, Gunther has now retired the GOAT and Cena this year. Wow. GXA Man, Heath Robertson, Hey Shakes, I'm Rick James, bitch, Ian McNugget, I'm Braun Strowman. Issa says, week 1, asking Santi to pay my WrestleMania ticket. It should have been me to marry Santi. It's Mr. Astro Kid, Jack Gibley, Jack Harris, Jackson, Jacob Mueller, Jacob Saffel, Jake Evans, James Armin, Jared Hernandez, Jason De Dios, Jason Flynn, Jason Vane, Javier Rodriguez, Jack Steller, Jay is Cal.
Is Leon Slater really hurt or just pretending to be hurt?
I think he was pretending. Yeah, I think it was part of the story in the match. Javion McDuffie, JC Worley, Jelly Goose Lesnar Roll, Jelly Roll Shooting Star Press on the Blue Jays, Jelly Roll Storms Galapagos on January 6th, Jeremiah Finley, Jeremiah Kelly, Jay Out of Shape with Drinking Problem, Uso, Jahihi Ahihi, Joe Exotic, Joe Velez, Joey Romig, Jonathan Cox, Johnny Moore, Johnny Owens, Jordan Lynch, Josh Best, Josh Norfleet, Joshua Kane, JR, Juan Vega, Juliana Sarfi, Julian Wainwright, Justin Brooks, Justin Perkins, Caleb Martin, Kevin Bega, Kuwaiti Rick Boogs, LA Knight winning the Rumble. If I'm wrong, stone me. Liam, Lil Shifu, Luis Ramirez, Majed, Mal the Soul, Ruka Glazer, Malachi Blackwell, Mark, Marnie YCSM, Matthew Oberg, Matthew Watkins, Mossy, Mayhem Matthew, Meredith Lee, Michael Paz, Michael Trevino, Michael Vera, Miguel Paredes, Minoru Suzuki is goated, Muhammad H. Ahmed, Muhammad Al-Banai, Nathan Tully, Nicholas Kyle, Nick Bushkis, Nihilus, NyQuil Pad, Obi Nobi, Oil Up Now, Santi, Old Man Rican, Oliver Hammonds, Oscar Ruiz, Papa Bear, Pat R, Pat McMark, Frody, Prince Vegeta, Puppet Spanker Johnson, Reaper God, Rick Mar, 1R, Ricky Dutcher, Ruben Sanchez, Ryan Spradley, Riley, Sancho doesn't get a safe space on the or thumbnail. Sancho's empty stool said Bing Bono Wepa bye bye. Santi eats Sancho the long way. Santi said we are storming Titan Towers on January 6th.
Yeah, we are. The prep, dude. That's the gnarliest part. You want to know the prep?
No, I'm good. Santi's custom game, Santi's future husband, Gibby Fresh, Sauce God, Saudi Rig Boog, Savage Fields, Scott Linden, Shaggy WWE, Shane, Shitstain Nakamura, Sir Crates, Sir Nightmare, Super Malachi Galaxy. Thank God for the Wick podcast, the Vanilla Joe Rilla, the LA Knight Mega Glacier, Jacob Kufis, the Final Boss Bloodline Rules, Theo Perdios, Tim Higgins, Toasty says just in case, Tom Lehman, Trent Head, Trevor Harder, Trevor Shiflett, Two Slapped Cupid, Tycho, Tyler Bouchard, Tyler Logan, Tyler McGarry, Unknown Zero, Vacant going over LA Knight, Vegan Penguin, Venom, Verzo, Voidsy, Wade, Juan Pablo III, White Mexican, William Newton, Zach Smira, Yo Girls Side, Zach Griffin, Zach Wetstein, Zach Butcher, Zacurius Cox, Zeke Love, Zergzito, and Just in Case. Folks, thank you very much for watching this high production episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast using a sharing screen and PowerPoint's crazy. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Be wonderful people. Goodbye, everybody.